Out of the pocket. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Murray keeps it downfield. It's caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Kevin Durant way outside. Delivers. Kevin Durant from downtown. It's a 6-point game.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good Saturday evening to everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Lewis Sports Network live stream, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. This is your boy Lewis coming at you with another live stream with yet another video. You already know the drill, man. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you guys are sharing this on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. It is my team. Welcome to Madison Square Garden here on the Lewis Sports Network. We are live right here and in living color. It is the Philadelphia 76ers versus the New York Knicks right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Salute to the entire chat. And G Money says, salute. Appreciate you being here. He says he can't wait. And then salute to Brandon, who says salute to the Lewis Sports Network. Hopefully notifications go out. Again, guys, make sure to like the video as you guys come in. And truly appreciate it. So this is the first time that I'm actually doing a Knicks game. Obviously, this season, we're just only 3 games in. And I think last year I only did, a total of 2 Knicks games last year. So I am going to be doing more Knicks games, for this upcoming season. Got to rep my team. For those who don't know, I am a Knicks fan. Okay, I bleed purple and orange. I almost said purple and gold. Then I said purple and orange. Excuse me. What I meant to say was I bleed orange and blue. That's what I meant to say. So when you hear me go New York, 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 go. That's what I rep, man, because that's where I'm from. So that's what just lets you know, right? Hey, salute to Layla, man. Long time no see. Appreciate you. How are you, Layla? Hope everything is good with you, man. LeBron's good to see you in the stream. Appreciate you being here. Again, shout out to the LSM mod squad, man. Truly appreciate you guys being here, man. We already got 7 people in the building, so make sure to hit that like and make sure to hit that subscribe. For the New York Knicks, I just found out that Emmanuel Quickly, who I like the kid a lot. I think he's gonna do some wonderful things for this Knicks team. He is out with a hip pointer injury. He got injured last game, and I think Obi Toppin is out for my Knicks today, so he is not playing. So that's the report on that. I'm even surprised that we kept, guys like Elfrid Payton. So it looks like in terms of our starting lineup, it's going to be Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Shout out to Valix. Appreciate you. Again, guys, make sure to share this video as you guys come in, and make sure to hit the like as soon as you come in. It does well for the YouTube algorithm and also helps the channel grow. And again, guys, make sure to go subscribe to Valix Prime Sports if you guys have not. Appreciate it. Also, I want to give our congratulations to Caden because I just saw the notification. His Atlanta Hawks are now 2-0, so congrats to him. Shout out to Michelle's daughter. Appreciate you being here. My Bronx sister in crime. How are you? Hope everything is good in Arizona. So appreciate you being here. No handles, Randall. Right. And yeah, you know what's so crazy? Randall's a good player, but you know what, Valix? I actually got to agree with you, man. I think Randall is a guy who really doesn't impact the game in the way that I thought he would, but it's happening, man. Chris Wedge, man. Yo, this dude is a funny guy. Oh, my God. He says, man, good evening. You must be addicted to pain since you want to cover your Knicks. As a matter of fact, I'm in a lot of pain. As a matter of fact, I have an open wound and it's bleeding orange, so I'm going to have to go need a doctor to cover that up, man. That's how much adrenaline rush I get when I have to talk about my New York Knicks, despite the fact that the Knicks are right now not a good team. And then we obviously have Mitchell Robinson. So it looks like we have the matchups. For the matchups, we have Elfrid Payton going up against Ben Simmons. We have Reggie Bullock going up against Seth Curry. I'm interested to see how Seth Curry fits in with the Sixers and what kind of impact he's going to give them. I know he played well for the Mavericks last year, and I thought that was a big loss for Dallas. But I'm really wondering what Seth is going to do with Philadelphia. I think I don't think he's a starter. He should be coming off the bench, in my personal opinion, because he has more of an impact coming off the bench. That's just my opinion. But it is what it is. Danny Green, obviously, getting traded from the Thunder, going to Philadelphia. You know how Danny Green has kind of been on and off the last couple of seasons. He's matched up with RJ Barrett, Julius Randle going up against Tobias Harris, and then we got Mitchell Robinson going up against Joel Embiid at the center position. And I'm a big fan of Mitchell Robinson a lot. I think that he has an impact when he plays. My issue with him is he just has to obviously be able to stay on the floor. And when he stays on the floor, man, oh man, he gives us great production. Okay. So Obi Toppin, I heard, has a sore right calf injury, so that's why he's not going to play. And this is our Knicks home opener, man. So again, salute to Sixers fans who are, if there are any Sixers fans, and then obviously salute to my Knicks fans out there, man, who bleed that orange and blue, man. Let's go Knicks. Hoping that we could get a win. We lost to the Indiana Pacers. And who was the last team that we played? Let me just check. Let me just check my New York Knicks real quick and see who did we last play. Let me just check more games. Okay, so actually, no, so we had 2 days off. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, the only game that we played was against the Pacers. They won by 14. Yeah, I can see what happens. And by the way, Layla, I don't know if you got my message, but I, wish you a Merry Christmas. So just wanted to say that in the chat. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. This is the day after. This is actually it's Kwanzaa. Now it's Kwanzaa season. So that's 7 days. So salute to the people who celebrate Kwanzaa as well. So we are going to get ready for this, getting ready for this game. I'm actually going to see what the lineups are going to be if they actually make any changes. Right now, we're currently 14th. Our next game is actually against the Milwaukee Bucks, and that is tomorrow at 7:30. That would actually be the first game that I would do with the Bucks. I wouldn't mind doing another Knicks game again, honestly, but we will see what happens. Wow, there's Jim Lynam. That guy's still kicking, man. I know that he coached, the Philadelphia 76ers. Make sure you guys like that stream and make sure you hit that like button. And let me just, I got to edit this right here. So let me just put, PHI, that's Philly. And then let me put a space and then put NYK space, another space. And then let me put first quarter. There we go. And that should be good. I'm just going to save that part. And then I'm just going to add that to the stream. And then that's going to be it right there. All right. So going into the comment section. Shout out to Byra Recordings LLC. He says, what do the Knicks have to do in order for the team to be competitive? Well, to be honest with you, I just think that they have to continue to develop their young players. Obviously, it's all about competing. So they just have to continue to go out and play hard. Obviously, with Tibbs, they are a defensive team first. Honestly, we lack. This is a wings league, so we need star players at the wing position. We don't have really a true point guard, like a true playmaker. Elfrid Payton's okay, but it's like he's not. I wouldn't call him the best point guard. I would call him a serviceable point guard, man. So, Valix, appreciate you, man. No problem, man. No question about it, man. No question. Again, salute to my Knicks fans out there. And so I think the Knicks, they just have to continue to develop. We got to continue with the draft because nobody's coming here. So I think if our players can develop, if our culture can change, like if we could just start to produce a winning culture, a winning attitude, and we continue to draft well and build our team, hopefully in the future we can get our Knicks, more people to come and try to join the Knicks like in the future as a free agent destination. But I always say this, things have got to change in the front office. Until James Dolan leaves this organization, we are never going to be really that competitive. We need a competitive owner that wants to win. So are the Knicks going to win under or over 30 games this season? In my opinion, I'm going to have to look at the first 15 to 20 games of the season to tell me that, to be honest with you. Because I think it's easy to say, well, the Knicks are not going to be any good. But sometimes, there's just certain times, certain teams can just surprise you. So we don't know. So it would be easy for me to say, oh, yeah, the Knicks, they're not going to go anywhere. Listen, I don't expect us to be a playoff team this year. Over or under 30 games. For right now, I'm going to say under 30 games for right now. Because we're just not that good of a team. We have more bigs than we do wings. I'm looking to see what RJ Barrett does this year. Hopefully he can continue to develop. I don't know what Kevin Knox's fit is in this rotation right now. I think we have to find a way to get rid of Dennis Smith Jr. because I just don't think that he fits with what the Knicks are doing right now. So I think that he also has to go. So right now, it's I think it's kind of the reason why people haven't really paid attention to the Knicks. It's just because the front office, they do not know what they are doing there. And Merry Christmas to you guys. Awesome. Can't wait to get to do this game. What are your expectations of Philadelphia this season? How far can they go? That's another thing I need to know. So, I want to see how far is that the Rockefeller Center tree I see. I'm shocked. I thought they was going to put a different tree up. I'm surprised. Look at that. Hey man, listen, we got to keep breaking that. We got to keep breaking that. We got to break the like button. We just have to break the like button. I mean, that's what we do on the Lewis Sports Network. Chris Webbs, you've been here long enough. We got to break it. Don't worry. The like button has 9 lives. So when we break it, another one comes back to life, and then we continue to smash and break that like button. So that's what we do here. All right, just like I predicted, guys. So here's your starting lineup. So we got Danny Green and Reggie Bullock at the forwards. We got Tobias Harris and Julius Randle. We have Joel Embiid and Mitchell Robinson. We have Seth Curry and RJ Barrett. And then we obviously have Elfrid Payton and Ben Simmons for the Philadelphia 76ers. Again, smash the like. Make sure to hit the subscribe. Make sure to share on your social media for this game. All right, so we're getting ready for the opening tip. Okay, there is Ben Simmons right here at the Garden. So we're getting ready. For those who are looking to watch it, you can watch it on MSG. You can watch it on NBC Sports Philadelphia or NBA streams. But Bryce says, would you trade some of your young core and some picks for James Harden? I would not take that chance. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't want to take that chance. You know why? Because if James Harden is being a prima donna in Houston, I can imagine what he's going to do with the New York Knicks. It's another way for him to be able to run with his narrative. I'm sorry. I would like James Harden because James Harden is a great player. But the thing is with James Harden, he could probably lead us to the playoffs, but it's going to take more talent. So we'll see what happens. What happened? What the hell happened to Seth Curry? Why the hell does he look like that? Anyway, the Philadelphia Sixers win the opening tip. All right, so Ben Simmons with the ball. Gives the ball to Joel Embiid at the top. Then gives the ball to Tobias Harris. He splits the defense. He goes up and he misses a shot, gets his own rebound. The Knicks swarming on the defensive end. Here comes Ben Simmons, goes all the way to the rack to the middle, and he already draws the foul. So he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and the foul is on Julius Randle. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been very disappointed in Julius Randle. He makes a lot of money, but he's a player that gets his points on volume. Really lacks efficiency. He did play well with the Pelicans, but he was on a more talented team. So for the Sixers, they are turnover prone, and they have to be able to limit their turnovers. So they're gonna have to do a better job. And make sure that they get their defensive rebound. So they can't let the Knicks get second shot opportunities. All right, so here's Ben Simmons at the free throw line. He misses 1, then he knocks the second one, so he makes 1 out of 2. Again, make sure to like the video. Okay, RJ Barrett then gives the ball to Julius Randle, gets a screen from Mitchell Robinson. He curls all the way to the left. He tries to lob it inside for Mitchell Robinson, misses the easy layup, tries to go back up, gets the offensive rebound, and he draws the foul. And that's what I talked about. You cannot allow offensive rebounds, and that's already happening. What I should say is that they just allowed 1 offensive rebound. So Mitchell Robinson is going to go to the free throw line. I mean, he had 3 blocks, but he only has 6 rebounds. Like I said, offensively, anything he does is a plus, and he misses the free throw. Shout out to Layla. She says Harden is the ho of a team. Facts. All right, so Mitchell Robinson is at the free throw line, missed the first free throw. Philly leads 1-0 to start this game. Here's the second free throw. It is good, and we are tied at 1-1. There we go. Continue to smash the like button. Here's Ben Simmons with the basketball, drives all the way and met by a double team. Here's Joel Embiid. He fakes, goes up to the rack, goes on the layup. Wow, that was such a slow walk. It was like he was walking on water, and he still missed a wide open layup. Come on, Joel. Anyway, here come the Knicks. Julius Randle puts the ball, try to go one-on-one, but then gives the ball to RJ Barrett, kicks it out to Randle in the corner for 3, and he drains it. Okay. And the Knicks take a 4-1 lead to start the game. Awesome. Here comes Ben Simmons with the basketball. Ben Simmons waits, gives the ball to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid shoots a straight-on three-pointer, and he misses. And that's the thing that I don't want Joel Embiid doing so much. Here's R.J. Barrett, gives the ball to Julius Randle, puts the ball on the floor. Terrible Sixers defense. No rotation, and he goes right to the rack and bump, puts a clap on him right there. 6-1 Knicks. All right, so Seth Curry gives the ball to Danny Green, then gives the ball to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid looking, Danny sets a screen, then he gets the ball back. Joel then sets a screen. Danny curls to the right, kicks out to Seth Curry. Seth Curry puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Joel Embiid at the free throw line, met by Mitchell Robinson. He jab steps, then shoots to fade the jump shot from the free throw line, knocks it down. So the Knicks lead by 6-3. Here comes Randle, then gives the ball to Mitchell Robinson, who then gives it to R.J. Barrett. R.J. curls right, then gives it to Randle in the post. Randle on the block, goes back down, starts it back down to Tobias, shoots a turnaround, tough shot, and he knocks it down already. Julius Randle with 7 points. Knicks lead 8-3. Here come the Sixers in transition. Danny Green pulls up for 3. Terrible shot. Off the pass from Ben Simmons. The rebound is already to Elfrid Payton. Here comes Payton, right side of the floor, being guarded by Curry. Gives the ball to Reggie Bullock, then gives it to Randle. Randle tries to pass it, and Embiid deflects it. And Mitchell Robinson was not expecting the pass, and the Knicks turn it over. Here's Seth Curry. Then gets the ball to an open Tobias Harris in transition for 3, but he can't get it. Simmons tries to rebound, but he taps it to Elfrid Payton. I don't think Julius Randle is a good fit for the Knicks, in my opinion. I think they need to find a way to trade him. They kick it out to a wide open R.J. Barrett for 3. Oh, but he misses badly. The rebound is to Seth Curry. I see you guys in the chat. I'll be checking you guys out in a bit. So here's Seth Curry with the ball. Then gives the ball to Joel Embiid. They dump it inside to Ben Simmons in the post. He turns around, and he gets fouled. No, foul before the shot. So it looks like it's going to be side out of bounds, I think. That's what's probably going to happen. Okay. Shout out to Layla. She says, okay, Chris Wedge says, well, at least the Golden State Warriors are even a worse team than the Knicks. Golden State is done and dusted. RIP to the rest of the league. Caught up to your style. I'm coming out with a feature video on Golden State. All right. As a beautiful curl by Seth Curry going to the rim, and he scores. So it's now an 8-5 game. All right, R.J. Barrett. Oh, excuse me. No. That was Elfrid Payton. Then gave the ball to Reggie Bullock, and then Reggie Bullock then gives the ball to Julius Randle, right side of the court. He goes on the block, decides to take a step back jumper from the mid range, and Randle's on fire. He's got 9 points already. All right. Shout out to Illy Gilly. Appreciate you with the $2 super sticker. Appreciate that. And then Ben Simmons just takes it down to the rack in transition. Nobody guarding him. He scores easy. It's a 10-7 game. Okay, here comes R.J. Barrett, and Tibbs is screaming. Tibbs is just screaming at R.J. Barrett, man, at the end of the court, telling him that he's trying to call a timeout. And there is Doc Rivers, Mr. 3-1. Mr. 3 times 3-1, as in 3-1 leads blown, who is now the head coach of the 76ers. So we are at a timeout. With 8:44 remaining in the first quarter, the Knicks lead 10-5. Again, smash the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. Okay, Baraya has said, do you think that he is a good fit for the Knicks? And I said, yeah, Julius to me is not a good fit. I don't think he's a good fit. It's like I said before, if Randle doesn't score the basketball, he doesn't have any intangibles to affect other ways of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because Randle should be a much better rebounder, but he's not that good rebounding the basketball, which is quite a shame. He doesn't really defend his position anymore. He's not a good defender. So his intangibles are like really not good. If he doesn't score the rock, he really doesn't do anything else. So that's why I feel like he doesn't really hold much value like I thought he would. So, you know. Steph Curry is a pale shadow of his former cheeky self. Kind of sad to see if it seems to have lost his mojo. Like I said, I got to come up with a future video on Golden State. So, nah, the Warriors are not light years ahead. It looked like that way probably by like 2016, 2017. But once 2018, people were really starting to catch up. And then 2019, they kind of pretty much caught up. And then 2020, everybody caught up. So, you know, that's what today's NBA is all about. And again, salute to Layla, always being supportive in the chat whenever she's here. Keep smashing that like. Appreciate that. Facts, Chris. You don't get where the shimmy went. Right. It's like it's gone now. It's gone. But like I said, I think a lot of people are panicking. And then it's like, again, I've already done my research about this Golden State Warriors team from last year to this year. And this is why I'm going to come out with a future video just to let people know why people are kind of overreacting on Golden State and why we don't even understand why is it that people are kind of expecting so much from Steph Curry. And this is why I also blame the media too, because the media has put Curry so far high. They're comparing him to guys like LeBron, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis. Curry's not on that tier. That's the problem. Curry's not on that tier, believe it or not. We're expecting a lot from Steph Curry, and it's like, and it's easy to say because he's a two-time regular season MVP, three-time Finals MVP. Curry's not as like dynamic as those guys. He's smaller than those guys. And what I said before was once 2016 happened, the 3-1 lead, and then they end up getting Kevin Durant to win their next couple of championships, Steph Curry kind of eliminated himself from the conversation, right? And Curry's still a great player, okay? And shout out to One at a Time. Appreciate you. Shout out to LBJ King. She said, you need, you know what did you find out on Twitter? You want Philly to win? Okay. Did Philly win their first game? Or did they lose their first game? Oh, no, they lost to the, no. They beat the Wizards. They beat the Wizards by, I think it was by 6. I think it was 113 to 107, I think was the score. Chris West says, do you have an injury update on Kawhi Leonard? He was bleeding badly last night from the mouth. I heard he got 8 stitches, but he'll actually be fine. The way that he was down, I thought he had a concussion. But Kawhi should be okay. No, it's fine. I mean, no, it's fine. When he said, no disrespect to the Knicks. Shout out to Layla. Appreciate the 99-cent super sticker. Truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like I said, your support has gone such a long way from the time that you've been joining my channel. So, like I said, it means more to me than you know. Like I said, this is how I describe Layla, excuse me. The way I describe her, una chica, beauty, brains, and most importantly, support. True supporter. So much love and respect and appreciate you. All right, guys, back to live action. So we got a 10-7 game. Looks like, okay, there we go. So that was Mitchell Robinson, excuse me. Then they gives the ball to RJ Barrett, who gives the ball to Julius Randle, top of the right wing. And looks like the stream is going in and out. Okay, it stopped. He kicks it out to a wide open Reggie Bullock, but he misses the 3. Rebound is to Seth Curry. Seth Curry then gives the ball to Tobias Harris. Oh, Tobias is not wearing the headband no more, I see. Gives the ball to Seth Curry. Seth Curry, I guess, is putting the headband on from his hair to stop growing because his hair is out of control right now. Him and Steph, they need to go see the same barber if they travel together to go get haircuts. Anyway, Joel Embiid with the jump shot on the face-up. He knocks it down, and Philly is within 1. Score is 10-9 early first quarter. 7:50 remaining. I'll be updating the score in just a bit. So we got Elfrid Payton with the basketball. Dribbles left. Gives it to Julius Randle. Fakes the 3. Kicks it out to Elfrid Payton. He shoots the corner 3, but he can't hit. Elfrid's not a good shooter. But this is, remember, today's NBA. So here's Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons backs down. He backs down Elfrid Payton. He decides to give it to Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons should be more off-ball and in the post. Joel Embiid, bounce pass. Seth Curry moves the ball. Tobias Harris dribbles left. Tries a half spin and has to stop his dribble. Then gives the ball to Ben Simmons in the post. Being guarded by Reggie Bullock. And looks like somebody hit a 3 because then they just skipped it. Here's Joel Embiid. And Joel Embiid then bounce passes to Ben Simmons. He curls to the middle. He's fakes. Tries to move his pivot. Can't. Seth Curry then shoots the 3-pointer. It goes in and out. Sixers lead 12-10, y'all. Okay, here's the ball to RJ Barrett. Splits the defense, goes all the way baseline. He decides to kick it out, but then it's another turnover. Seth Curry eludes. Why is the game going so fast? And I think he just scored. So I'm guessing with the stream, there must have been a lot of okay, so now the score is 14-11. Wow. Yo, this is crazy. Oh my God, the stream was so far behind that it decided to catch up. So my fault, guys. The score is 14-11 now. Okay, it looks like we're good now. Okay. Trust me, everybody missed you, Layla. All right, 14-11 is the score, man. Here's Joel Embiid, then gives the ball to Ben Simmons, then gives the ball to Tobias Harris. Tobias dumps it into the post with Embiid. Embiid is looking, goes into the face-up, goes from the back down to the face-up. He's looking around, kicks it out, gives the ball to who's that just came in looking like the Weeknd? Elfrid Payton had that look a long time ago. Oh, no, that's Danny Green, my bad. Anyway, he misses. Here's Elfrid Payton on the break. gets the ball, loses it, recovers it, can't put it up. Randall with the offensive rebound gets blocked by Tobias Harris, goes back up. Wow, that's a tough pass. And then they juggle it, catch, and Ben Simmons taps it out of bounds. So the Knicks will keep the ball with 10 on the shot clock. So we got 5:39 remaining in the first quarter. Score is 14-11 right now. So again, we're at Madison Square Garden here in the Lewis Sports Network, right? And what do we have here? I wonder what the referees are doing. I'm not sure what they're doing. Okay. I'm a little bit confused right now. So let me just go back to the banner, and I'm going to edit this real quick. There's Reggie Bullock. Did his jersey get messed up? I'm guessing that's what it could be. I'm guessing that's what's happening right now. Let's see. All right, so he's going to sit. And that's Alex Burks. He looks like Aaron Aflalo. That's why I almost got confused for a second. I'm like, Aaron Aflalo's back with the Knicks? I'm like, wait, no. I'm like, no, that's Alex Burks because he kind of looked like him. All right, man, so the ball is given to R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett gets a solid screen from Julius Randle. He decides to just pull up for three, but he misses the shot. Randle tried to get the offensive rebound, but he gets fouled. And nice catch by Tobias Harris on the lob pass from the cross-court pass from Ben Simmons, and he's good. Shout out to Freddie Gee. 16-11. Philly is up on the Knicks by 5. So here's Julius Randle. Then gives the ball to Alex Burks. He shoots a three-pointer, and he drains it. Okay. The Knicks were on a 3-minute field goal drought. So it's 16-14. We got a 2-point game. All right, here comes Ben Simmons with the rock. I'll update the score on the next timeout. Then gives the ball to Joel Embiid, and the ball is deflected out of bounds by Mitchell Robinson, and the Sixers will keep the possession. They got 15 on the shot clock. Both teams not shooting great from three. Philly's 1 of 5, while the Knicks are 2 of 7. And very good, nice pass. Actually, that pass was by Danny Green. Oh, man. There you go. Okay, Shake Milton is in the game. Mitchell Robinson is out. And looks like a timeout was called. There's Nerlens Noel in the game. And looks like we're going to have ourselves a timeout. I wonder, let me see if it's a full timeout or is it a okay, so it does look like it is a full timeout. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got 4:59 remaining in the first quarter, and we have a 16-14 game. So let me just update that score real quick, and I think it's the benefit right now. There we go. Again, guys, make sure to hit the like video as you guys come in right now. My main LeBron squeeze. Ah. Freddie Gee said, "I'm done, man. She already been back. She should have been back a minute too long already, right?" He like, you need to stop, girl. Oh man. Oh, good times, man. What a reunion, huh? Just like old times. Oh man. So right. So we are on commercial break. So taking a look at some of the other scores in the league. I was really disappointed with the Christmas games yesterday because they were all won by double digits. I feel like there was just not a lot of competitive fire. And I heard that the ratings really didn't do well for the games on Christmas, which is kind of disappointing. WWE SmackDown, a show that I don't watch anymore, actually drew in more viewers than the Christmas games yesterday. I was a little surprised by that because almost nobody's watching WWE anymore too, man. I'm like, but the only thing I've really been watching is Roman Reigns. I got to tell you, man, I've been so impressed with his heel work. Like, I'm like, yo, Vince, if you're listening to me, do not do anything stupid. Don't screw this up. Roman Reigns is killing it with his heel persona right now. I'm telling you. Lou, you lying. Ain't no way. Nope. I'm not lying. Look it up. I'm telling you right now. In the first hour alone of the Lakers, if you look at the Lakers Mavs game I did last night, it drew in I think about 3.9 something million viewers in just the first hour. The WWE SmackDown drew in over 4 million viewers in the first hour. In the first hour. This is not a joke. And I looked it up. It's crazy. All right, man. So we're looking at Seth Curry. He had 13 points. He had 4 assists, and he had 2 steals in the Wednesday game against the Wizards, who they ended up beating. The teams had too much eggnog yesterday. Yo, facts. Maybe some white Henny. Who knows, man? Maybe some Alizé. Who knows? Joel Embiid in the post. Puts it up. He didn't get the foul call. And Nerlens Noel gets the rebound. Here come the Knicks. Elfrid Payton bounces the ball to Alex Burks. Alex Burks puts the crossover, gets to the middle. Oh, nice. Elijah won dream shake, but he can't hit the shot. Misses badly on the shot. All right, here's Ben Simmons with the ball. Ben Simmons then gives the ball to Tobias Harris. He puts the fake. He goes, shoots the mid-range jumper at the free throw line, knocks it down, and Philly leads by 4, 18-14. Tobias Harris is a Long Island native. That's what I'm saying, Freddie. It's crazy, but Roman Reigns is actually drawing in ratings. That's crazy. And the thing is, the WWE, I'm an Attitude Era, Federation Year, ruthless aggression kind of guy. The problem is the product is really, they got talent. They just don't know how to utilize their product. But what they're doing with Roman Reigns is crazy. He's drawing in more people, which is just, I'm telling you, man. Look at this stuff up. Anyway, Elfrid Payton with the basketball. He's telling to clear the left side. He gives the ball to Alex Burks, puts the ball on the floor, fakes right, goes left, goes up, and he draws the foul. All right, nice aggressive move by Alex Burks to get to the free throw line. Freddie Gee says Lakers, Hawks, and Sixers on my squads. Hometown team, Ron in the process with Big Ben. Yo, Freddie Gee, I know it don't mean much, but shout out to your Atlanta Hawks, man. They're 2-0. Listen, man, if I could take a 2-win game winning streak to start of the season, I'm going to be hyped, even though it's not going to last as long. But still. Anyway, Alex Burks puts it up, and he draws the foul. He makes the basket and one. All right, the Knicks cut it within 2, and the foul's on Tobias Harris. Nice pump fake. Well, actually, no, that foul was not on Tobias Harris. That actually should have been a no call. So what happened was Alex Burks created the contact. So that should have been either that's an offensive foul or a no call, but they did not do that. So instead, Alex Burks is going to the free throw line to shoot one more to get the 3-point line. So our Knicks got a break. That's what happened. Our Knicks got a break. Yeah, that's another problem. Yeah, that's crazy. Juanetta, you're absolutely right. And the Knicks cut it to 1 on the Alex Burks free throw. He's got 6 points off the bench already. So Tobias Harris with the ball gets a screen from Joel Embiid. Let's see what Tobias Harris does. Tobias trying to find somebody, can't find anybody, then gives the ball to Ben Simmons, gives it right back to Tobias, puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons rolls right to the rim. He can't get the foul call. Here come the Knicks in transition. RJ Barrett with the ball. Left side, gives it to Randall. He wanted the 3, but Ben Simmons stops him off. Good defense by Ben. But beautiful spin move by Randall, and he scores. See, this is how Randall's so effective. And the Knicks lead by 1, 19-18. He has to have the ball. He has to be ball dominant and touches. Here comes Tobias Harris. He goes up, misses the layup. Joel Embiid goes back up and puts it in on the offensive rebound. Philly goes back up 20-19. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Again, salute to the fans of Philadelphia and the fans of New York. All right. Here's RJ Barrett, gives the ball to Julius Randle. Julius puts it on the floor, kicks it out to an open Alex Burks, fakes, gives it back to Randle, top of the key, then gives the ball to Elfrid Payton. Let's see what he does. Kicks it out to a wide open Alex Burks, open for 3. Oh, just missed it. And that was right on target. Just missed. All right, here's Ben Simmons. Gives the ball to Seth Curry, then gives the ball to Tobias Harris. Middle, straight on 3, and he drains it. Tobias Harris is on fire. Give him credit. Philadelphia leads 23-19. So we got a 4-point lead. And all right, so the Knicks coming back. Here's Elfrid Payton. Oh, nice hesitation. Nice hezzy. Then gives it to Julius Randle. Sets his feet open. Good pass. Nerlens Noel with the baseline jumper, but he can't hit. I thought Randle was going to shoot that 3 because he was wide open, but he ended up passing that ball to get a better shot. Anyway, Embiid seals his man, and he misses the layup on the bother by Nerlens Noel, but ends up drawing the foul on Alex Burks. He got great position, and I thought he was going to score easy, but it didn't happen. Right. All right. Okay. Brandon says, I won't lie. I was one of those parties watching WWE. I'm a WWE lifer. It's like a marriage, man. I roll with them good or bad. I feel you, Mo. I feel you. All right. Here's Joel Embiid. Free throw is no good. So it's still 23-19. I wish I would have got Trae Young in fantasy. My first selection, auto pick D-Book. Kind of was pissed, but yo, listen, don't get me wrong, and I like Trae Young, man, but I still would get Devin Booker, man. Dude, I got Kyrie on my fantasy team. I got Kyrie, I got AD, I got Kawhi, I got John Wall off my bench. I mean, tell me I'm not going to kill with that squad. What? Chris West says it's more that basketball is not as loved since Jordan retired. LeBron divides too many instead of united and drawing in people. Shout out to Doug Banks. Appreciate you. Salute. All right. 6-0 run. All right. Alex Burks with the ball comes off the screen. He fakes, goes on the baseline. Nerlens Noel gets it at the top, just below the free throw line. Then gives the ball to RJ Barrett, lobs it up, and he's – oh, wait, no, that's not wait, somebody else just came in. I got to see who that is. But anyway, he puts the ball in the basket, and it's 24-21. No Emmanuel quickly tonight, and Ben Simmons is allowed just to go to run through Broadway, but he misses the layup. Here come the Knicks. RJ Barrett with the ball, takes it all the way to the basket on Embiid, and Embiid interrupts the shot, and the Knicks will get the ball back with 16 on the shot clock with 1:36 remaining in the first quarter. But the problem is, guys, is that it's kind of what Chris Wedge is saying. And again, it's not even what all due respect, but it's true. And Juanetta makes a great point. They need to put games on more regular television than just cable. It's hard for people to even get an opportunity to watch. Salute to Doug Banks. And just like that, Alec Burks shoots the corner three and he drains it. And we're tied at 24. All right, Shake Milton gives the ball to looks like we got a couple of new players in. I think that's Thibault, and gives the ball to, I got to see who some of these other players are. I think that's Shake Milton. He tries to dribble, but he turns it over. And then Alex Burks takes it to the rim, but he misses. And then the follow by RJ Barrett, and he gets fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line to give the Knicks the lead again. And again, salute to everybody in the chat. I know this don't say much unless it's 2016. That's currently all I know. Says Lou, ooh, how many people in your league for a squad like that? We got a 12-team league. We got a 12-team league. We got a 12-team league. RJ Barrett actually had 25 points. But right now he's kind of really more effective as a scorer. And he makes 1 out of 2, but the Knicks have the lead, 25-24. I'm going to just have to go to Yahoo. Okay. All right, so that's Thibault. He gives the – wait, no, that's not Thibault. I got to see who these players are once again. I'll get the hang of it. I got to look at Philadelphia's roster. Let me just go to NBA scoreboard. Anyway, so we got new players in for the Knicks as well. And who is this? I don't know, but he just put the ball in the basket. One number two. Kevin Knox. He came off the bench and he just scored. Knicks on an 8-0 run, and it's a 27-24 lead. You stealing them folks' money, man? Nah, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. Oh, Dwight Howard is in. So Dwight Howard just gave the ball to Shake Milton. Shake Milton with the hesitation goes all the way baseline. Good defense by the Knicks. And that's Mike Scott shooting the three, but he misses. And Dwight Howard on the offensive rebound, he can't hit. And Dwight Howard puts it out of bounds. Oh, so the Sixers will get the ball with 24.6 seconds remaining. Chris says that's for the WWE. Roman Reigns sucked for years as a babyface, but the new bad boy is fantastic. The feud he has going with Kevin is something else. No shocker that the ratings are high. Nope. I'm telling you, man. Salute to Doug Banks in the chat. Kevin Knox with the defense. All right, they give it to Dwight Howard, and then they give the ball to, is that Korkmaz? Yes, that is Korkmaz. He takes a step back, shoots a three-pointer, and he drains it. Okay, now I'm starting to remember the players. And just like that, it is tied at 27. I just wonder how Doc is going to get the best out of Embiid and Simmons with this team. Anyway, the Knicks will get the last shot. RJ Barrett's got the ball, so it looks like he's going to sit in the second quarter. I got to see who number 4 is for the Knicks. Anyway, RJ Barrett puts a lot of dribbles. He hesitates. He takes a jump stop, shoots the jump shot, and he can't hit. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first quarter. So we have nice action right now with the New York Knicks at 27 here at Madison Square Garden on the Lewis Sports Network. So we are going to smash that and make sure we hit that subscribe button right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Truly appreciate everybody being here. So let me just update the score for the end of the first quarter, and then I will go back and check in and check with the chat. And that should be good. Let's save it and let's click. Awesome. Oh wait, I should have put end of first. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna put second because it was the end of the first quarter. So I'm just gonna put that. So just gonna be much easier. That way it'll be the start of the second quarter. Again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. 1 quarter over, 18 likes. Keep smashing that like. Appreciate that. Let me see if I can look at some of the. Okay, let me look at the Knicks. Okay, who was number 4? Oh, Dennis Smith Jr. Okay. Ntilikina, Harper, Pinson, Artston Rivers is number 8. Spellman quickly, and then Brazdeikis. Okay, let me look at the Sixers. I saw some of their players come in. Shake Milton, Mike Scott, Koopmans, and who was in there? Thibault's 22. Okay. I should be able to remember these guys now. I don't think it should be an issue. I mean, I'll find out for sure, but I don't think I should be able to have a problem trying to remember this. Not at all. And by the way, Freddie G, Trae Young, man, put in 36 points. So, like I said, who's Atlanta's next opponent? Let me find out. Who was the ATL's next opponent? Let's check. Atlanta Hawks. They just beat the Grizz. Who's their next opponent? Oh, yo, Freddie, they got the Detroit Pistons. Your Hawks going 3-0, bro. They should go 3-0. They should go 3-0. And then let me see who they play after that. Oh, chill. Damn. They got Brooklyn back to back. Oh, well. Damn, man. Damn, they did the Hawks grimy. They gave them 3. So then they give the Nets, and then they give them the Cavs, Knicks, and the Hornets. Yo. Oh, man. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. The Hawks have some beatable teams here. Like early part of the schedule, up until they face the Bucks and the Clippers. Damn, they got the Nets again. Then they got the Wizards. They got the late. Damn, their schedule actually gets tough late January. But the Hawks actually should be solid. The Hawks actually should be solid though. But damn, after that Pistons game, they give you guys a Brooklyn Nets, man. That's a shame. Anyway, both teams did not shoot great. Okay, Dwight Howard with the ball, then gives it inside to Dwight Howard, who dunks the basketball with 2 hands. And so the Sixers lead by 2. Okay, here's Alex Burks. He takes it to the rim. He misses the shot. Nerlens Noel on the tap in, and he's able to score. And just like that, it is a tie game at 29. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. And as I say that, Shake Milton drives left, and he kisses it off the glass with the right hand. He scores, and the Sixers retake the lead 31-29 early part of the second quarter. Here's Dennis Smith Jr. He's another guy that the Knicks are going to have to get rid of because he really hasn't developed into what I thought he'd be. And also, Dennis Smith is also – he misses the jump shot, and Dennis Smith is too injury prone. That's the one thing I don't like. Oh, that's Maxey. Don't know who that is, but I'm going to find out. Tyrese Maxey. Okay, Korkmaz with the ball, being guarded by Reggie Bullock. Gives the ball to Korkmaz. Korkmaz gets all the way into the paint, kicks it out to Maxey. Tyrese misses it, throws up the floater. Man, that was a weird floater, but he misses the shot. Rebound is to Alex Burks. The Knicks could come back and tie the game or take the lead on this possession. Here comes Alex Burks, puts the pump fake, goes up, and he draws the foul. So nice play by Alex Burks, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to tie the game. Yeah, that's a tough stretch. Chris Wedge says current basketball is of higher quality than from the 80s, 90s era, but too many lame PC type of players without real character like the All-Stars. Thus, are the ratings attacking. I can't lie, man. But this is why I also think that there's some old heads that are always going to kind of look at that at their era. I just think when you look at some of the personalities in today's game, it's not. That's what it is. All right, there's G Money. Salute. All right, Alex Burks knocks down the free throw, 31-30. There's Dwight Howard, man, on last year's championship Lakers squad from I shouldn't even say a year ago, 72 days ago. As a matter of fact, not even 76 days ago. Here's Burks, makes both free throws, and we are tied at 31. Here comes Tyrese Maxey. The Knicks have gotten to the line more than Philly with the ball so far. Gives it to Shake Milton, drops to the middle. He fakes. He tries to dump it to Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard loses the ball going baseline. He gets it back, tries to post up Nerlens Noel. He tries to steal it. Dwight Howard goes up, puts the fake. He goes up, and he puts it in and decides to flex on Nerlens Noel as Philly goes up by 2. My issue with Dwight Howard is, as much of a great defensive player he's been, you still can easily get into his head no matter how quote-unquote mature he's gotten. It hasn't changed. Anyway, Reggie Bullock with the ball, goes left, stops to the middle, puts a pass over to Dennis Smith Jr., and then gives it to Nerlens Noel, who shoots and he misses. Dennis Smith tries to tap the rebound into the hands of Mike Scott and then into the hands of Shake Milton. Here comes Shake. Okay, Shake with the ball. Nice bounce pass to Maxey. Maxey goes to the rim, shoots up the runner, but he can't hit. Offensive rebound to Dwight Howard, and Dwight Howard gets called for the foul. Looks like the foul is either going to be on Kevin Knox or Dennis Smith Jr. So we'll see what happens. All right, that was poor positioning by Nerlens Noel right there. He tried to steal the ball. And instead of trying to just defend his position, he got caught gambling, and that allowed Dwight to be able to spin off him and get the dunk. All right, so Shake Milton with the ball. He ends up shooting the three-pointer. He misses the shot, and Dwight is really giving the Knicks problems right now with his activity, but he ends up tapping it out of bounds, so the Knicks will get the ball back. And like I said, guys, I will update the score. The score is 33-31 if you're not hearing me right now. Even though I have it 27-27 in the second quarter, but that's because that was at the end of one. So I'll update it in a bit. Both teams are even at 16 rebounds. So here's Dennis Smith Jr. Nice bounce pass, nice roll to Nerlens Noel, but he can't hit the layup. Here comes Korkmaz. Korkmaz gets a screen from Dwight Howard. He shoots the basketball, and then he draws the foul on Reggie Bullock. Now the question is, was he shooting, or was that a side out of bounds where it was before the shot? And Mitchell Robinson decides to come back in. You got players like Paul George giving himself a nickname. Where they do that at? Easy, in his mind. All right, so Tyrese Maxey gives the ball, gives it to Korkmaz. Korkmaz goes all the way to the rim, puts it up. That was a high arcing one and misses. Howard gets tapped, but they call another foul, and let's see who is it on. The foul looks like it might be on Kevin Knox, and if it is, I think that might be his second foul. All right, man, so we got 9:02 remaining in this first half. 33-31 game. Philly is up by 2. I got to appreciate this stream for being able to catch up, with the action right now. All right, so there's Korkmaz. Goes up, kicks it out to Maxey. Maxey fakes, goes baseline, dumps it off to Dwight Howard. Nice play by Maxey, man. Able to penetrate, get the defense in. Dwight Howard was able to get the pass. He gets the and-one plus the foul, so he'll go to the line to make a three-point play. I guess authenticity may matter. I mean, right. First of all, Freddie, you know this, man. Paul George calling himself playoff P, talking about don't compare me to James Harden. Like, my man, you 3 of the last 4 years, you haven't done squat. You just shot you shot the side of the backboard, and you were making excuses. So if he don't get it, if he doesn't perform well in the playoffs, I don't care if the Clippers end up losing. If you don't perform well, you'll never hear the end of it. Anyway, Kevin Knox with the ball, shoots a floater. That was a little bit high arcing, misses the shot. Dwight Howard taps it, but right to Kevin Knox. Gives it to Reggie Bullock on the handoff for 3, and he drains it. And my New York Knicks are within 2, 36-34. Smash the like it, that's subscribe. All right, Maxey gives the ball to Korkmaz, who then gives the ball to Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard dribbling the ball, gives the ball to Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey goes around the Howard screen, goes baseline, kicks it out to Mike Scott. They swing it to Korkmaz. He's wide open for 3. He can't hit the shot. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. Then gives the ball to Alex Burks. Coming up on the left side. Alex Burks fakes. Nice hesitation moves, goes up in the paint, and he ends up losing it off his leg, and the Knicks will turn it over. He tried to draw a foul on Dwight Howard, and that didn't work out. Yeah. Might want to go up stronger, Mr. Alex Burks. But the Knicks turn it over. Still 2-point game, 36-34. All right, here comes Tyrese Maxey. Comes off the Korkmaz. Nice fake by Korkmaz. He then kicks it out to a wide open Maxey. Decides to drive it. Takes it to the rim with the right hand, and he scores. This Tyrese Maxey kid has played well off the bench. 38-34 for the Sixers. Here comes Dennis Smith Jr. Gives the ball to Reggie Bullock. Philly is killing the Knicks in the paint right now. 2012. Bullock shoots a three. He can't hit. Offensive rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Puts it back up and puts it back in. He said, show him with two hands. Anyway, 38-36. Sorry, man, but my emotions got the best of me. You know, like I said, I bleed orange and blue. Anyway, as I say that, was that Shake Milton? Yeah, Shake Milton goes to the rim and he scores easy, 40-36. And just like that, wow, look at that. Alex Burks decided to do a Euro step and then it gets into, well, actually, no, it's not a Euro step. He gets into the lane. 40-36 is the score. We got 7:14 remaining in the second quarter. And Alex Burks is going to go back to the free throw line. Alex Burks, he's played real well for us right now. So got to give him some credit. I got to give him credit. He's played real well. And he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot too. Yes, I'm bleeding orange and blues. Somebody help me. It's my Knicks pride. Did Alex Burks make the free throw? Get better. Okay, he did. So it's 40-37. I mean, the reason I got to show a little bit of emotion is because I'm a Knicks guy. That's number one. But number two, there's no fans in the stands, man. So it's like, and you know what? I think that's another thing that's kind of have the fans kind of turned off is the fact that they can't go to the games. I mean, the last time that there was a fans in the stands that I saw, legit, was when the Pelicans were about to play the Kings, and then they were told that they had to leave. Yo, man. All right, man. So Alex Burks hits both free throws, man. So the score is 40-38. Salute to Omar and salute to Poseidon. I'll check you guys' comments in a second. Korkmaz shoots a three-pointer. He can't hit. The rebound is to Reggie Bullock. He then gives the ball to Julius Randle. Julius Randle with the basketball. He then gives it up to Alex Burks coming off a screen. Oh, beautiful bounce pass to Julius Randle for the two-handed slammer mama jammer. There we go. And we are tied at 40, ladies and gentlemen. And we have the timeout. By who? 3-1 Doc Rivers. 3-1 Rivers. There we go. That actually sounds like a river or a stadium. But anyway, timeout by 3-1 Rivers, a.k.a. Doc Rivers, Glenn Doc Rivers. We are tied at 40 with 6:49 remaining in the second quarter. Smash the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Poseidon. Check y'all out, man. Check you guys out. Anyway, let me just update the score. You guys already are unbelievable right now in the chat. So salute once again to everybody in here. Like I said, we got New York Knicks basketball. And I am going to do that. Like I said, I'm going to try to do more Knicks games this year. Show represent love for my Knicks. I think I did one game last year, and that was when Melo made his return to the Garden, and that was just after Melo got signed, with the Knicks. Again, salute to everybody, man. And I got to say, guys, we reached our goal, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to you guys. We already have 20 likes by the first half. Salute. Again, that's the work of everybody, especially Layla, man. Salute. We are at 20 likes already at the first half. Appreciate that. Continue to smash that like button and continue to share this video. Tied at 40-40 second quarter, man. Poseidon says RJ Barrett is looking nice. Looks like the real deal. Listen, man, I'm really hoping that RJ Barrett can really develop into a really awesome player for the Knicks. And I hope he continues to develop. And like I said, his godfather, Steve Nash, I just think it's going to be a little bit harder for Steve because he's now coaching the Brooklyn Nets. But at least in the offseason, at least, work with him at least a little bit. At the very least, I think. By the way, those Brooklyn Nets, now I know that they played a Golden State Warriors team that was, but they played a better team in the Boston Celtics, and they still dominated. I'm telling you right now. I know Freddie Gee called it already, but like I said before, people are already crowning the Brooklyn Nets that Kyrie and Kevin Durant are, showing that they're the best duo in the league, or at least the second best duo. And I said, hold up, pump the brakes. When LeBron paired up with AD, I said that I believe that they can be the best. I just got to wait and see what they do before I start to crown them. They proved me already. They worked very well together with their chemistry. Kyrie and KD, they look good through 2 games. I want to see how they're going to deal with adversity if adversity ever hits them in particular, along with the Brooklyn Nets, along with Steve Nash. I got to see how they deal with adversity. That's going to tell me if they're really the legit duo, because offensively, you can already see from an offensive and a skill standpoint, they're arguably the best in the league. Like, there's no question from an offensively skilled standpoint. All right, I'll continue with that in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. We're tied at 40. The Sixers turn the ball over with the ball going out of bounds. Smash the like, continue to hit that subscribe button. Right, it was raining. It was raining Nets in Brooklyn and then in Boston. Okay, we're tied at 40. So Julius Randle gets the ball. He is in the post, goes into the high post, then gives the ball to Kevin Knox. Bounce pass to Julius Randle. Nice fake by Randle. Attacks the basket, kicks it out to a wide open Kevin Knox for 3, and he drains it. And the Knicks retake the lead 43-40, Jack. Here's Ben Simmons with the ball. Gives it to Embiid. He wanted to shoot the 3, but he said, nah, Mitchell Robinson's playing me tight. They give it to Korkmaz. Korkmaz can't find anybody. Look at Barrett, man. I'm really competing with the D. Mitchell Robinson with the steal. Here's Mitchell Robinson. Dunks the ball with 2 hands in transition. Let's go. Anyway, Mitchell Robinson gives us a 5-point lead, 45-40. I'm loving the defense right now. The Knicks were in a scoring drought. Now we're on a 9-0 run, and we lead by 5. Okay, Joel Embiid fighting with Mitchell Robinson for position, and then he draws a foul. And I'm sorry, man, but I just Embiid, my issue with Embiid is that he doesn't seem like a guy that just wants to demand the basketball, man. It's like I really feel like he doesn't really impose his will like he should. I'm sorry. Yeah, and Embiid misses the free throw. I don't trust. Listen, Kyrie is awesome as an offensively skilled player, but I don't trust him. I don't trust him. For people, if anybody says, Lewis, stop hating, I'm sorry. I'm not a hater. I'm a realist. And realist is the behavior that Kyrie has shown. It lets you know. It just lets you know. I'm not as worried as much about Kevin Durant as I am about Kyrie Irving. Anyway, R.J. Barrett with the ball. Then he gets it to Julius Randle. He's about at the mid post, puts the ball on the floor, kicks it out to an open. Was that Dennis Smith Jr.? No, that was Alfred Payton who shot the 3, but he missed. Here comes Seth Curry. Looks like all the starters are back in. Then he gives the ball to Danny Green, shoots the 3-pointer, and he hits it. And it is a 4-point game. 1-point game, 45-44. Excuse me. And looks like we got to stop and play. And, it's a timeout by I'm already forgetting his name. There you go. Tom Thibodeau. There you go. Awesome. By Tom Thibodeau. So we have, 5:10 remaining in the first half. There we go. And it is a 45-44 game. I got to develop my sounds in terms of what I can do in terms of I need a saying. I got to work on that. I got to work on my saying. And let me actually update the time. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I can't stand when a notification always comes through in the middle of a stream. Can't stand it. Anyway, let me just see. So let me put the time up real quick and then get back into the chat. So yeah, man, Kyrie, I don't trust that brother at all. Mr. Erdis Flat. There we go. That's how much time we got remaining in this first half. G Money says, I'm better than most boring commentators today. Wow. G Money says, my catchphrase is boom shakalaka. I remember that was the time that we did that Milwaukee Bucks Lakers game. Lewis says you should collab with Knicks Fans TV. Interesting. Look at that. We obliterated the like button, like Layla says, man. We are at 24 likes. Truly appreciate that. I love Kyrie's hate. He's authentic. No hate, second best, and you already know why. I kind of agree with Chris Wedge. I feel like that 20 game mark is really going to tell me something. I said 20 to 25 games. I told you I'm bleeding orange today. You know what? If I really would have been a fanboy right now, I really could have came in. I would have came in with my Knicks shirt. I would have came in with my Knicks helmet. Oh my goodness. Ryan says that I like the Clippers this year. I'm glad they got rid of Harrell. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not trying to hate on Montrezl Harrell, but the issue that I have with Montrezl Harrell is, like I said, Montrezl Harrell is just a bad case because Montrezl doesn't really make any sense. How are you complaining about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard when it comes to star treatment when LeBron and AD are the stars of the Lakers? You know they're going to get preferential treatment, right? Because they're the superstars. Paul George and Kawhi is the same thing. I feel like Montrezl Harrell to me was the one really pushing it because Pat Bev and Lou Will haven't said really anything about it. So I don't know. The Clippers look like a real team this year. I can't lie. Kevin Knox puts the ball on the floor. We're back to live action. Kicks it out to a wide open RJ Barrett, but he misses the three that would have extended the Knicks lead to 4. All right, here comes Ben Simmons. Kicks it out. They swing the ball. Tobias Harris open for 3. He can't hit. Rebound is to Mitchell Robinson. Here we go. I feel like the culture is better with the Clippers this year than it was last year. Julius Randle with the spin move, put the head fake, can't go anywhere. Good defense, post defense by Tobias Harris. And wow. Damn, nice pass to nobody by Julius Randle. He said, hey, nobody, I'm open. And he passed it out of bounds. All right, so the Knicks have 6 turnovers. They haven't really turned the ball over much, but it's kind of a bad turnover right there. Seth Curry in the post to Embiid. Nice move by Embiid. Kisses it off the glass and 1 for Joel Embiid. Nice poster move. I don't understand why they don't continue to put Embiid in the post more. He is a Hakeem prototype. I look at Embiid as that, but I just feel like, again, he doesn't play with that aggression like a big man. I feel like he sticks on the perimeter way too much because he's the Sixers' best player. I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense, man. Embiid knocks down the free throw. All right, Philly has a 47-45 lead. And give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to be right back. I got to connect, continue to smash the like button and let others know about the channel. I got to just get the charger for the laptop. So just keep entertaining the chat, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I was able to get the connection. All right, so Philly leads 49-45. Here's Kevin Knox. He kicks it out to an open RJ Barrett, puts the ball on the floor, tries to go into the middle. He stops, he puts the fake, gets the ball back after getting stolen by Ben Simmons. Good Philly defense inside the paint. Ben Simmons picks up the ball, but he throws it away once again to nobody. Nobody has been open for 2 occasions, man, and already he's been able to make it work. So that's a dang right there. And so they turn it over. All right, here comes Julius Randle. Julius Randle with the ball to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett takes it all the way to the rim, and he can't hit. That was a tough angle right there to make that layup from where he took that. Ben Simmons with the pass to Embiid. They kick it out to Danny Green. Danny Green fakes. He drives a little bit to the left, tries to get open. Good off-ball defense by RJ Barrett until he left Danny Green sneaking, but there they go. There's a switch. And wow, there's 4 Knicks in the paint on Tobias Harris. Wow, Danny Green with a behind-the-back pass. That was risky. Tobias goes baseline, tries to put it up. He can't. And Ben Simmons with the follow slam. Woo. Okay. Philly takes a 51-45 lead, and the Knicks are now down 6. And we have another timeout. The Sixers on an 11-0 run right now. And so they take a 51-45 lead with 2:29 remaining in the first half. Knicks down 6 after we went on an 8-0 run of our own. So, and considering that we was in a drought. Wow, G Money says RJ has the same amount of buckets as us. He is 0 for 8. But aren't there more than 8 people in the stream? But I get what you mean, G Money. I get what you mean. Like I said, man, Serge Ibaka, he might give you the Mutombo. Oh, man. Well, Netta must have said something really important. Okay. Serge got payback because Kawhi did it to him in Toronto. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Okay. You know what? No, Kawhi should have stayed with the Toronto Raptors, but he wanted to go home. I can't fault Kawhi for that, but I think that he should have known the type of environment he was going to be in, though. How about Embiid is munching on Robinson like Christmas cookies? How about that? You know, they're sweet. Too sweet. Or should I say sweet? NWO. Shout out, Brandon. All right, Kevin Knox puts the ball on the floor, kicks it out to an open RJ Barrett. He's now 0 for 9. He has as many missed baskets as many people in the stream. 0 for 9 by RJ Barrett. And Seth Curry hits a transition 3, and the Knicks find themselves down by 9. 14-0 spurt by the Philadelphia 76ers. RJ Barrett is 0 for 9. No, not wheelchair. It's Kalo management. Get it right, Freddie. Anyway, Julius Randle puts it up, and he puts it in. 54-47, and the Knicks end the 14-0 run right now by the Philadelphia 76ers. They're on a roll. They dump it into Embiid. Embiid gets position. And they strip it from him, but they call a foul on, looks like it could be Julius Randle on the strip, or is it on Mitchell Robinson again? If it is, I think that's going to be his 3rd foul. If not, it's probably his 2nd. So whichever one it is, it probably could be. So I'm not sure, but we'll find out. I just want to know where did Mr. I told you Kawhi Leonard is Kaiser Sose, bro. I don't know when did this guy get all of this, all these chess moves. Uncle Dennis getting involved. I'm telling you, where did this guy become Kaiser Sose, bro? You may not agree with Skip all the time, but the dude is right. This guy became Kaiser Sose just with the man did get caused an earthquake in LA after they get signed with the LA Clippers. They were hyped about the move that he pulled off with LeBron James. That he pulled one off. But I got to give Kawhi Leonard credit, man. He could have easily made an excuse for that 3-1, but he didn't. And so at least he says he has something to prove. So I got to give Kawhi a lot of credit. It's the beta Paul George that continues to make excuses. Anyway, Nerlens Noel. Nice play by Nerlens Noel on the crossover and the jam plus the foul. Okay, Nerlens. Woo. Okay. Wow, Naylor said Freddie, Bronny, James G. Oh man, that sound like a perfect name, man. Stop messing with my guy Freddie G though. Like Carlito says, that's not cool. All right, man. Nerlens Noel at the free throw line, but he misses the free throw. Come on, Nerlens, gotta make that. Oh, but Kevin Knox gets the offensive rebound. Lit. Randall shoots a 3-pointer. Oh, okay, he gets the roll. I thought that was gonna rim in and out, but he hits the 3, and the Knicks are back within 4. 56-52 is the score. Oh, wow. I forgot to change the time of the second quarter. Look at that. Joel Embiid puts the ball on the floor, shoots a jump shot, knocks it out. Okay, Joel Embiid is starting to dominate. There you go. But you got to demand it, man, right now. Okay, so 58-52 Philly. All right, here come the Knicks. Good action right there. Nice. Alex Burks tries to go behind the back, loses it, but then he gives the ball to Julius Randle. Fakes a 3, goes behind the back, Tries to go to the teeth of the D. Nice pass. Oh, but he gets blocked and they call a foul. RJ Barrett, who's now 0 for 10, but now he's going to go to the free throw line. Oh, damn. Woo. Wait, are you saying who as an owl? Woo. OVO owl? Woo. Okay, Ryan says, I would have loved the Claw versus Slim Reaper if he was still in Toronto. Man, that would have been a fantastic Eastern Conference Finals. You know what? If the Raptors had their team, let's say that they had their 2019 Toronto Raptors team, I would have loved to see Kawhi Leonard against Kevin Durant for the Eastern Conference Finals. You know all the talk smacking that would have been between Canada and New York? And I'm saying not just, and I'm not just saying Toronto, I'm talking about Canada. RJ Barrett knocks down the free throw, so he only makes 1 out of 2. And it's a 58-53 game. I'm telling you, the ratings will be lit for that series. I'm telling you, bro. And looks like we got a foul on, looks like the foul might have been on Alex Burks, I think, fouling Curry. So we're under a minute remaining, guys. It is a 58-53 game. Right now on the Lewis Sports Network, we got Knicks versus Sixers. They keep saying, I don't care about my Knicks. Well, you were wrong. You are wrong. I care about my team. We're just not good, but I care about my team. Philly's up 59-53. We have 43 and a half seconds remaining in the first half. And Steph Curry makes both free throws, so we have a 60-53 game. Philly is up by 7. All right, Alex Burks gets into the paint. He puts it up and he puts it in. It is 60-55, New York. Philly. They're up by 5. Excuse me. There you go. All right, so Ben Simmons with the ball. Looks like we have about a 9-second difference between shot clock to game clock. So the Knicks should get the last shot if they're able to defend the possession. So here's Simmons coming off a curl. He kicks it out. That was a tough pass from Mike Scott. He shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. And the Knicks will get the last shot of the quarter. So let's see what they do here. Here comes RJ Barrett. He has the rebound. We got 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Randall with the ball. What's he going to do? He puts a move. Bounce pass to RJ Barrett. Takes a step back 3. Oh, but it's short again. And that's going to conclude the first half, ladies and gentlemen. So a nice competitive first half. It was a game of runs in the second quarter, but at the end, Philly's run was that much more bigger, and the Knicks were up 45-40, and Philly finishes the quarter on a 20-10 run. So at the end of the first half, the score is 60-55 right here on the Lewis Sports Network at Madison Square Garden. Here on the channel, smash the like button. What if you're doing? If you're not, make sure you hit the subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. Truly appreciate everybody being here. According to somebody, give me a like count. Can somebody give me a like count? What's the like count on the channel? Let me know. That's what we need, man. That's what we need. Let me just fix that. Let's go to edit that, and we're just gonna put. Let me upgrade that, and it is halftime. There we go. Our halftime score is 60. Wait, I thought I fixed it. Oh, I didn't save it. I didn't save it. My bad. There we go. That's what I meant to put. Now we can show it. There it is. There's the upgrade. All right, guys. So the score is 60-55 at the half. It has been lit in the chat, and once again, I just want to say, continue to return. Thank you for the return of Layla. Awesome, Lewis. You definitely the Spike Lee of YouTube, man. This guy. Thank you. That means I deserve credit for do the right thing. I was a stunt double for Spike Lee. That was it. Since I'm the Spike Lee of YouTube. Oh, you know what I need? You know what I'm missing? I'm missing glasses. All right, man. So we are at the first half. All right, let's look at the scores for let's look at the points for the players in the keys for the first half. For the first half, we got You know, I talked about Joel Embiid trying to be a monster, being more assertive, being more dominant because he's the best player on the Sixers. He listened to me. He was watching the stream. He didn't like the stuff that I was saying about him. So he said, you know what, Lewis, I'm going to shut your ass up and I'm going to get you 20 first half points with 5 rebounds. Okay. And I'm going to say the 20 points are nice, but Embiid, you're really lacking in the rebound department. I'm going to need you to rebound the ball a little bit more. I like the points, but I need some rebounds. If you could play some defense and get some block shots, that'd be nice too. But I will say this. Embiid is doing a very good job in terms of his defense altering shots on the Knicks bigs when he rotates. So right now we got so he's right now no other players in double figures right now for the Sixers. The closest guy is Seth Curry with 9. Everybody else is Ben Simmons is having his triple-double watch game. You know, so that's him. All right, for my New York Knicks, we got 2 players in double figures. Julius Randle with 18 first half points. And then we have Alex Burks, who came off the bench and scored 13. So he played very well for us. And, you know, I was happy about that. So that was good. I like the way that both of those guys played. I thought our defense was doing really well in the middle of the second quarter. And then when the Sixers made their run, we took some bad shots. We started to turn the ball over, and the Sixers were able to get in transition. They got some transition baskets, some layups, and then some transition threes. And that really killed us in the second quarter, late second quarter, which is why we were down, right? So that's right. It's stats time. It is stats time. All right, so now we're going to the team stats. Philly did not shoot the ball well to start the first quarter. Neither did the Knicks, but the Knicks pretty much relatively stayed the same at 42%. Sixers went up to 47%. That's because they shot well in the second quarter. 3-point shooting is about the same. Both teams are in the 30s, low 30s. Both teams got to the free throw line about the same amount. Sixers missed 3 free throws. The Knicks missed 5. Both teams made 9. The rebounding is even. The Sixers have to do a better job of not letting the Knicks get second shots. Where I wouldn't say we're killing them on the offensive rebounds, but we do have 3 more offensive rebounds than the Sixers do. Assists are about the same. I think there would have been more assists for both teams if there was more shot making, but the Sixers made more shots in the second quarter than we did. Steals are about even, 3-2 in favor of Philly. Blocks are about even, 3-2 in favor of Philly. Turnovers, the Knicks got a little careless late second quarter, but I thought we took care of the ball in the last couple of possessions. But Philly actually took better care of the ball. They have 4 turnovers in the first half, so that's good because Philly is turnover prone, and that's because Ben Simmons is the point guard of the team. And then the Sixers, when we were actually winning the paint battle 20-12 through the first quarter. Second quarter was a different story. We got outscored 18-4. So we got to do a better job with the defense in the paint. So our bigs are not doing a good job in the interior. And also, like I said, points in the paint also helps when you get baskets in transition and off of penetration. So if you're letting teams force turnovers on you, you get out into the break and you get an easy layup. That's still a point in the paint because you laid the ball up in the basket. So there you go. And both teams have committed the same amount of fouls. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your first half stats for the Sixers versus the New York Knicks. What a first half. And then I'm looking at, oh, look at that. JaVale McGee goes coast to coast. Wow, man. All right, so now I could just chill and look at you guys in the chat before the third quarter begins. All right. Right. How was your day? OMG, wait, I didn't realize Lewis grew his hair tons. Yeah, I've been growing my hair these last couple of months. So, I've been gelling my hair. So what I've been doing is I've grown my hair and I've gotten low fades. A lot of people say that look like stands out a lot more when I have it. So I like it. So I said I'm going to keep it for a while. God is good. God has blessed me with a lot of growing hair. So, G Money says New York needs to make free throws. Those can come back to haunt us if the game comes down to the wire and both teams battle to the death. I think I partially agree with that only because of the fact that the Sixers themselves have missed free throws. We've missed 2 more. So I do understand what you're saying. But I think our biggest problem right now is that we're not defending the interior really well. And we have to do The Sixers have done a better job in transition, getting some easy baskets in the paint. So we got to do a better job of our transition defense. And we also have to do a better job of our interior defense. I think that part of the game has been weak. Because the Sixers, they're not a good three-point shooting team. And they didn't shoot the three ball well in the first half. So we have to do a better job with our interior defense because we're getting the offensive rebounds. So we're getting second shot opportunities. It's just the Sixers just shot the ball really well in the second quarter because they were able to get in transition. So we got to do a better job of our transition defense. We do a better job of that, limit their chances of fast break opportunities, and make them play half-court basketball. We should be fine. But you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you. If we continue to miss free throws, it's going to come back to haunt us in a close game. I agree with you on that. But I just only partially agree with you because our biggest problem has been our interior because we did a good job in the first quarter. It's just second quarter, we got outscored by 14 in the paint. So we got to do a better job with our interior defense. Let's see. No. I was never. If I was bald as a baby. But even that, I grew hair. So yeah, when I was a kid, I was told that I have actually out of my brother and sister, I actually grow the most hair. I was surprised to hear that. I didn't even know that was true. And the funny thing is, all of us, we grow a lot. I'm blessed, especially because my dad actually grew a lot of hair, and his hair was actually really. People thought that my dad was Indian because my dad always said my dad even up to the, even when he was in his 60s, he still had jet black hair. It was starting to turn a little bit gray, like as he got a little bit older, but. He had a lot of hair also. So, I was blessed with good genetics. That's all I could say, like in terms of my hair growth. And, what else can you say? Ryan says, Lewis, have you done a what if playoff matchups or fantasy matchups past and present? If not, you should X Claw versus Reaper if he's still in Toronto. I would like to do something like that. What I might do is I might take rosters from past championship teams and put them up against one another. Kind of like I would do, let's say, the 2020-2021 Brooklyn Nets up against the 2018-2019 Toronto Raptors. Like, who would win a playoff series like that in a 7-game series? Both Kevin Durant pre-injury against Kawhi Leonard, pre-load management, if we want to go there, right? So New York needs to double Joel Embiid in the paint. He has killed us in the paint and the perimeter. They've gotten him involved. That's what the Sixers need to continue to do. They need to just continue to force feed him. He could draw the double teams, and then it's going to kick out to the open shooters for Philly. Like I said, because you would think that they would kind of be the modern-day Hakeem Olajuwon Houston Rockets of 94 and 95. Appreciate that, Layla, no doubt. We are giving too many transition hoops, and too many players are cherry-picking under the hoop. Well, the reason I'm saying that is because if you remember, G Money, there was a possession early in the first quarter early second quarter when Dwight Howard was backing down Nerlens Noel. He chose to gamble. Dwight Howard was able to spin off of him and was able to lay the ball in the basket. And so I'm saying with Nerlens Noel is, if there's an opportunity to steal the ball, steal it, but don't just gamble forgetting to defend your position. That allowed Dwight Howard to get good. By trying to gamble like that, you allow the offensive player to get better position. Dwight Howard got too much deep position once Nerlens did that, and he scored. So we have to do a better job of defending our position. And where Embiid should be catching the ball, he shouldn't be catching the ball so deep. You have to make him catch it from the top where he has to actually put the ball on the floor, which he's capable of doing, of course, but Embiid doesn't want to be doing that all the time. He wants to get good position to where he can score. Because, like I said, Embiid is the best player and most skilled player on the Philadelphia 76ers. That's right. We are always super lit in here, like Layla always says, man. That's how it be up in here on the Lewis Sports Network. G Money says, who's your favorite commentator that isn't on TNT or ESPN? I say the Knicks and the Nets commentators. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not really a fan of some of the commentators that, like I said, when I talk about favorite commentators that I miss, I look at a guy like Chick Hearn. He was awesome to listen to. I listened to him a lot when Kobe was younger in the Laker years in the early 2000s. Actually, no, I could go as far as in the mid 90s with when they had Cedric Ceballos and Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Vlade Divac, Anthony Peeler, those guys. I enjoy listening to Chick. Magic when he came back, Kobe and Shaq. It's a shame, rest in peace. I always loved listening to Stu Lance and when he did Color. So those were awesome. I liked him. Trying to think of who else I can think of that was very good at what they do. But like I said, for me, there's just nobody like Kevin Harlan for me. He's my absolute favorite. There's just something about Kevin Harlan's calls that are just. I don't really listen to the Hornets commentators. Wait, isn't Steph Curry's father, I think, one of them? Del Curry? I believe he's one of them. All right, guys, so we're still on commercial break. It is 60-55, halftime score right now. Again, make sure to smash that like button, man, for the Lewis Sports Network. Truly appreciate it, guys. Still at halftime. Getting ready for this third quarter. Let me give you guys some out-of-town scores. So OKC is beating Charlotte 83-75 right now. Salute to Freddie Gee's Atlanta Hawks. They are 2-0. They won 122-112. Cleveland is losing to Detroit in the fourth quarter, 86-81. Cleveland is actually looking to go 2-0. Orlando, actually, no, I think they're 1-1. Orlando, they're up 92-91 on Washington at the end of the third quarter. Indy is beating Chicago 48-40 in the second quarter, 5:29 remaining in that game in the first half. Toronto is beating San Antonio by 6. Toronto is in San Antonio. Minnesota and Utah actually play. They play at 9 o'clock. And then Houston plays Portland. And guys, James Harden is playing tonight. Joel Embiid got to the free throw line 7 times. He scored 20 points and on 12 shots, 7 of 12 from the field. But like I said, he's going to have to do more than 5 rebounds, though. Going to have to do more. Well, of course, Del Curry, he played 17 seasons. I'm pretty sure he knows a thing or two about basketball. All right, guys, so we're getting ready for the third quarter. Make sure to smash the like and make sure to hit that subscribe button for the New York Knicks. I'm sorry, not for the New York Knicks, for Lewis Sports Network or Lewis Sports Knicks yes, no, I'm kidding. All right, once again, like I said, shout out to the LSMI squad up in the chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, RJ Barrett, I'm going to need you to do better for 1 for 11, 4 points. Are you trying to play? See, when I look at the shot chart, I think that RJ Barrett is trying to play tic-tac-toe with how many X's he's got. Where are the O's at? Where are the plays? This guy, Ben Simmons, was just tugging on his jersey. RJ Barrett, you can't let him punk you like that. Anyway, back to live action. Start of the third quarter. Hit the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe. All right. Anyway, the Knicks missed a shot already. Here comes Ben Simmons. RJ is now 1 for 12. Kicks it out to Danny Green, puts the ball on the floor, gives the ball to Tobias Harris. Smash the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're new to the channel, shout out to Knicks fans and Philly fans everywhere. Here is Seth Curry, shoots the jump shot, gets fouled, no harm, no foul. He makes the basket, and the Phillies up by 7, 62-55. Early part of the third quarter. Here is Elfrid Payton. Is he related to Gary Payton? No relation. Okay, Julius Randle in the post, puts the fake, nice up and under move. Kicks it out. They swing the ball. Reggie Bullock puts the fake, shoots the runner, and gets the roll. Nice play by Reggie Bullock, and that was a nice soft touch. We have a 62-57 Philly lead. Start of the third. Here comes Ben Simmons. Gives the ball to Seth Curry. Nice bounce pass at the top to Tobias Harris, but he gets fouled in the paint because he got good position. So it was actually a good play calling. But Doc Rivers, where was this with the Clippers when they blew the 3-1 to the Denver Nuggets? No adjustments? What? It's Kawhi and Paul George's fault? Wait, you didn't tell him to shoot off the side of the backboard? Okay, no problem. Anyway, Here comes Seth Curry. Oh, nice fake. Nice wraparound pass by Seth Curry. That was a tough pass. Here comes Joel Embiid. Puts one jab step, 1 foot on the floor, but he misses the shot. Rebound is to Julius Randle. Here comes Alfred Payton. Gives a cross-court pass to Reggie Bullock. Randle gets position at the top of the key at the free throw line, kicks it out to Bullock. They swing it to RJ Barrett, gets into the paint. Nice bounce pass inside to Mitch Robinson. Good action by the Knicks right there. Awesome. 62-59. It is a 3-point game. Here comes Ben Simmons coming down on the floor. Gives it to Tobias Harris. Yes, James Potato Chips Harden is playing tonight. Or should I say James Pregnant Harden with the way his stomach was looking. Anyway, wow, nice play by Tobias Harris. He just scoops it up. Like before he even gets to the paint, and he lays it in. 64-59 is the score. Here is Alfred Payton, gives the ball to RJ Barrett, dribbles right on the Mitchell Robinson screen, tries to kick it out to Reggie Bullock, but it gets stolen by Danny Green. Here's Ben Simmons on the bounce pass to Seth Curry. Nice fake, relocate, give it to Danny Green, puts the ball on the floor, kicks it out to Tobias Harris, jab step, puts another jab step, goes into triple threat, puts the ball on the ground. Okay, he dribbles to the right a little bit, still on the left side, gives it to Embiid on the block. Nice spin by Embiid, but the ball goes off his foot, but I think it was deflected by RJ Barrett. So the Sixers will keep the ball with 6 on the shot clock. I like what Ryan said there. Potato chips over championships playing tonight. All right, here's Ben Simmons. Looking for somebody. Can't find anybody. Careful, 5 seconds, close. Oh, nice pass quickly by Embiid to Simmons. He gets in the paint and draws a foul. What I loved about that play by the Sixers and Doc Rivers, if there's one thing I have to give him credit for, are his out-of-bounds plays. You always have to watch the inbounder when they inbound the ball. They're the most dangerous. Simmons inbounds the ball to Seth Curry, and he cuts right to the basket, and Seth just gives a wraparound left-hand pass. And as a result of that, it gives him free throws. Smart. Here's Simmons at the free throw line. Ben Simmons is a terrible free throw shooter. Terrible. No wonder he's so scared to shoot. Wait a minute. Why am I getting upset? He's not on my team. Anyway, Ben Simmons at the free throw line. I'm just kidding, man. You see, every time I look at Doc's hair, I feel like he spray painted that joint. He might as well just go bald. He might as well. Anyway, Simmons knocks down the second free throw, scores 65-59 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Okay, here's that's RJ Barrett. Bounces the ball, another turnover. Barrett's making terrible decisions with his passes. What? Does he have blinders on that he can't see the passes he's making? Embiid. Looking around. Nice fake. Gives it to Seth Curry. Seth, what you going to do? Goes up. Oh, nice behind the back. Oh, but he almost loses it. Oh, nice recovery by Embiid. Embiid puts the ball on the floor. Kicks it out to Seth Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Puts the 3. He said, splash. Wet. 3-pointer. 68-59 is the score. I should have sang it like Chris Brown, like wet, wet, wet. Oh, the Knicks almost turned it over again. Nice bounce pass to Julius Randle, He gets stripped in the paint, and looks like he's going to get a foul call on, looks like it's going to be on Ben Simmons. I will give Ben Simmons a lot of credit on this. Ben Simmons is a very good defender. He is. I got to give him a shout out on that. That's a fact. Philly leads 68-59 right now. Ticket lines, I'm done. Let's see. Most regular season career wins. Doc Rivers is 10th all time. But Doc, 1 championship in 20 seasons, and they keep putting you as this like top tier coach. You all right, but people are over the top with that joint. Anyway, I thought Doc was going to do better with the talent he had, but he was worse. Like I said, Doc thinks he's Phil Jackson. That's what I keep saying. And then he ran away from the Clippers and then went to go join the Sixers. Okay. But it was good that you got fired, though. Anyway, 68-60. Here is Embiid. Embiid on the left block. He's looking. Oh, he told Simmons to get into the paint so he could pass it to Tobias Harris. He then gives it to Danny Green, puts the ball on the floor, puts it off the glass, and he can't hit. And we got do we have a turnover? Looks like it might have been a travel on Danny Green. Yes. See, Danny Green is going to look at me and say, Lewis, you copying me. And I'm going to be like, no, you're copying me. It's just you decided to go more. Here comes Julius Randle, then gives the ball to RJ Barrett. RJ, do something for me, please. Kicks it out to Elfrid Payton, open for three, but Elfrid Payton he's not even a very good corner three-point shooter. And Steph Curry gives the ball to Danny Green. Transition, shoots a three-pointer. Then he can't hit. Who was supposed to box out Joel Embiid, man? Because he ends up getting the offensive rebound and the putback. He puts it in. A timeout by Tom Thibodeau, and the Knicks are down 10, 70-60. Layla, did you see the pics of the hoodies I sent you? Ask Lewis on here what he thinks and check it out. Oh, by the way, Ryan, those hoodies were fire, man, that you showed me of KB24. They were fire. Juanetta says she has a taste for Mexican food tonight. It's funny, man, because my brother was just talking about a cantina spot that he had went to upstate in I forgot what place it was called, but he said that the food was crazy, and he said the food was really good. And he was telling me about margaritas, and I'm like, margaritas? Did you say margaritas? I haven't had a margarita in a long time. One of my favorite margaritas to have is a coconut margarita, actually. If you're not a margarita person, I can understand. It's not meant for everybody, but margaritas are one of my favorite things to have. I just haven't had it in a long time because, one, I've been working out. Two, the pandemic, a lot of bars have been closed. So because of that as well, the thing is with this pandemic, man, there's really no place in the business for bars right now. But it's like they don't kind of fit in society at this point. That's how it's been, All right, so we got a 70-60 Mexican winning. I'm warming up Puerto Rican Christmas leftovers. Oh, look at you. We had some pork. We had some pork tenderloin with arroz con gandules, and then we also had what else we had? We had some potato salad. Shout out to Godzilla Suplex. Appreciate you. Juanetta says I want a San Diego burrito. Man, that sounds good. Layla says I haven't had one in over a year. I don't know. I'm a flavored margarita person. You give me a coconut margarita. We're best friends. But I gotta say this too. Not every place makes a good cocoa mar, so it depends on some places. I know a place in Lower Manhattan, near where I work, that in my opinion has the best margaritas in all of NYC. But that's just my opinion because, yes, it's that good. But again, once again, salute to everybody in the chat. Godzilla. Oh wow, you got pernil. You got an invite for one more because I love pernil. I'm sorry, you can't go wrong with that, man. You just pernil. Nope, can't go wrong with that. Once again, guys, if you have not, make sure to smash that like button and make sure to hit that subscribe. A comer pastel, a comer lechon, arroz con gandules, y a beber ron. Let's go. All right, 70-60 is the score. All right, so we got Mitchell Robinson at the top, right side. Gives the ball to Julius Randle. He's in the post. He kicked it out to an open Reggie Bullock. He hits the three, but it was side rim. Nice tap by RJ Barrett. He can't score. Mitchell Robinson gets 2 offensive rebounds and says, give me that. Let's go. Get hype, Knicks fans. Knicks within 8. The Knicks have 12 offensive rebounds right now, but they're down 8. Here comes Steph Curry. Oh, but he loses the ball, but then recovers the ball. He gives it to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid gives it to Steph Curry. Comes off the curl. Oh, nice layup by Steph Curry. But Mitchell Robinson, get that mess out of here. Tobias recovers the ball. We got one on the shot clock. Takes a fadeaway step back three. He can't hit. Excellent Knicks defense. That's a great possession. Oh, I love that song, by the way. Anyway, Julius Randle gets blocked. What? Randle? What the hell was that, Randle? Come on, dog. Ben Simmons in transition goes up and he gets blocked. No, I don't. Did that hit the backboard? I'm not sure. And RJ Barrett not paying attention, slowing down, and he then turns it over with the strip from Tobias Harris from behind. Tobias then gives it to Ben Simmons, gives it back to Tobias Harris. He's on the baseline trying to get to the paint, but excellent defense by Robinson, not letting him get a crease opening. Here is Steph Curry, puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons rolls, nice bounce pass inside of Danny Green, kicks it out to an open Seth Curry for three, and he drains it. Whew. Anyway, score is 73-62. The Knicks find themselves down by 11 in the third quarter right now. Curry is cooking right now in the start of the third quarter right now. He's got 8 in the third. Julius Randle with the ball from Reggie Bullock. He's calling for Mitchell Robinson. He gets a screen. Randle. The Knicks don't know what they're doing right now. They turned the ball over 4 times in this third quarter, and they can't. And we missed some easy layups. And there's another missed easy layup by Elfrid Payton. Here's Seth Curry with the ball. Oh, wow. Nice way to keep his dribble, looking like his brother out there. Philly's moving the ball a lot better in this third quarter right now. Ben Simmons gets in the post. He should be there more. They swing it to open Danny Green for three, but he can't hit. Offensive rebound. Joel Embiid puts it back up, puts it back in. And Philly has their biggest lead of the game. They're up 13, 75-62 right now. All right, man. Here's Elfrid Payton. Joel Embiid's got 24 points. He's got 9 rebounds. He's got 2 offensive rebounds in this quarter. Elfrid Payton shoots the free throw line jumper, but he can't hit. Here's Ben Simmons. Here comes Seth Curry. Nice bounce pass to Ben Simmons. Oh, beautiful pass. Good ball movement by the Sixers. Danny Green for three, and he drains it. And that three says, timeout, 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 timeout. Philly finds themselves up by 16, 78-62 with 5:09 remaining in this third quarter. Again, smash the like, hit that subscribe for the Lewis Sports Network, giving you basketball content at Madison Square Garden right here on the channel. Philadelphia 76ers versus New York Knicks. And let me just update the score. Let me just update the score right here on the banner. It is a 78-62 third quarter lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. They are up by 16. This would be a bad loss for Philly if they was to blow that lead against the New York Knicks. That's not a good idea. But all right, so we got 5:09. Let me see. Is it 5:09? Yes, it is 5:09 in the third quarter. I just want to make sure that I got that right. Let me just put the space, and we should be good to go. For those who come in and want to ask about the score, and let's put the show. There it is. Awesome. G Money says Philly has nice ball movement. Philly grabbing the game by the throat, and they're up by a sweet 16. New York has been very careless with the ball and not converting inside. Yes, they have too many turnovers, not converting inside of the paint. And like I said, we're gonna have growing pains this year. Us New York Knicks. It's like we can compete but we haven't learned how to compete for 48 minutes, and we're really lacking veterans on this team. Because even if Julius Randle has years playing let me see. Julius Randle came in what year? He came in 20. He was supposed to be 2014. He was in the 2014 draft. He got injured and missed the whole year in the first game of the season. Randle's in his 7th season, 8th season, but he's still young. So we're a young team. We're a real young team. But like I said before, man, I hope everybody is having a wonderful night. We are lit in this stream, so I truly appreciate you guys being here. And, I don't ask for this, like I said, and again, salute to the two, obviously to Layla with the sticker, and then another person who gave me a sticker earlier, $2.99 sticker. I think it was Illy Millie who was it. I don't ask for it, but, at the top, if you would like to donate to the channel, I already pinned it at the top of the stream already. So if you would like to donate, you can if you're looking for the links. And like I said, you don't have to, and I don't ask for it. So what I did was that not only is it in the description, but I also put it at the top of the chat, so it's pinned on if you guys would like to donate. And again, you don't have to, but but again, like I said, whatever you can, whatever you want to donate, you don't have to. But again, I truly appreciate it. So, and shout out to Layla. I saw what you just did, girl. Appreciate it. Appreciate the $5. You didn't have to do it because you already donated, pero lo aprecio mucho, preciosa. So, muchísimas gracias. Thank you. All right. So the Knicks just scored, which is good. We scored on a 3-pointer, so it's 78-65. Joel Embiid with the basketball. He's on the left block. Joel Embiid shoots on the face-up. He can't hit. Rebound is to Alex Burks, who just checked back in. Looks like Dennis Smith Jr. is in the game too. Excellent. But they're not doing anything. So we got to see what they can do. So Reggie Bullock gets the basketball from Julius Randle. Julius Randle goes one-on-one in the paint with Tobias Harris. Nice wraparound pass to Mitchell Robinson for the slam. I love that play. That was a really nice play. 78-67. All right, so we've scored a quick 5 points. Let's see if the Knicks can get themselves back on a run. Danny Green gives the ball to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris looking. What's he going to do? Tobias then gives the ball to Danny Green. Danny Green crosses over, gives it to Tobias Harris. He dribbles to the middle, shoots a floating fade shot, and wow, he kisses it off the glass. What a tough shot right there by Tobias Harris. He knocks that down, and it is a 80-67 ball game. All right, so Philly's killing the Knicks in the paint by 8, 86. Well, it's not by much, but it's 38 points is a lot considering what the Knicks have scored in the paint. 38-30. Dennis Smith Jr. gets the pass. He shoots it for 3. Wow, misses completely badly. Here's Ben Simmons, kicks it out to Danny Green. Transition pull-up for 3. He can't hit. Man, if you say Danny Green saved my life, he says, nah, you can go ahead and die. Anyway, nice play by Julius Randle, getting good position inside. He's able to score, and because of that, the Knicks are within 11, 80-69. Here comes Ben Simmons, puts the ball up, and he draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws with 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. We have an 80-69 ball game. Let me just, looks like Dwight Howard and Korkmaz has checked back in. They're probably subbing for Danny Green, and I don't know who else. Let me just update that real quick. So let's see. Ben Simmons, Knicks, 1 out of 2. Oh, no, wait. That was a 2-point score. And Philly now leads 82-69. Give me 1 second. There we go. I'm just trying to save it. There we are. Okay. And looks like we got a foul. And looks like Julius Randle is going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Let me see. Alex says, I still hate no handles Randle. He could score, but he spins like a Beyblade. Wait, for real. Right? All right, Kevin Knox is in. Gives the ball to Julius Randle. Julius Randle gives the ball to Dennis Smith Jr. But the thing is, Tom Thibodeau is not an offensive guy, so it's like, what are they really executing? Anyway, Dennis Smith Jr. with a terrible shot, and he misses. Rebound to Dwight Howard, who really got the Sixers going in the second quarter. Here's Ben Simmons, dribbles all the way to the basket, tries over the head, over the shoulder pass to Dwight, but he turns it over. Here come the Knicks. Oh, he tried to lob it to Kevin Knox, man, but the pass was far too wide to the right, man. That would have been a perfect lob, and we would have cut it to 11, but instead we turn it over. So now the Sixers can go back up by either 14 or 15, which would be a 5 or 6 point swing. We got 10 turnovers, so our turnovers are starting to creep up. We got 4 in this third quarter. Philly's got 19 points over our 10 turnovers. Make it 21 now as Tobias Harris knocks down the jump shot. We down 15, 84-69. Under 2 remaining in this third quarter. All right, so here's Alex Burks. He's got the basketball, dribbles all the way to the rack, fakes, loses his feet, almost turned it over. Julius Randle puts the ball on the floor. He puts it, wow, Julius Randle just spins like a blade and then turns it over. Korkmaz, cross-court pass to Shake Milton, puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Korkmaz, rolls left, crosses over, goes right, passes to the middle with Ben Simmons, puts it up. Yo, Philly's doing some real good action, man. I really like their motion. It's really good. It looks like the Sixers are going to keep the ball because I think it was deflected by one of the Knicks. But I love what the Sixers are. I like the plays that they're running right now. So there's a lot of off-ball movement, and the Sixers are getting good opportunities. Oh, Thibault is in the game. Finally, Ben Simmons will sit. I've been warmed up the premier with the rice and the salada de papa, right? Oh, wow, look at that. some after Christmas dinner, the day after Christmas dinner by Layla with the leftovers. I can't wait to try some of that pork tenderloin mañana. All right, so the ball is inbounded to Dwight Howard. Then the ball is given to Shea Milton. Shea Milton dribbles, tries to go around, loses the ball. He puts it up. He puts it in. He doesn't get a foul. Philly goes up by 17. Another 2 points off a Knick turnover. And we have 27 bench points. Philly's only got 18. Nice lob attempt from Dennis Smith Jr. to Nerlens Noel, but he's going to draw the foul. So we have an 86-69 lead in the third quarter. Again, smash the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, man, for the Lewis Sports. All right, so I think that was a side out of bounds. All right, man. So Kevin Knox with the ball. Under a minute remaining. 7 on the shot clock for Kevin Knox. He dribbles left into a double team. Oh, no, Alex Burks does. The Knicks, do they turn it over? Yep, the Knicks turn it over. Alex Burks steps out of bounds. Excellent defense by Dwight Howard, and we turn the ball over for the 6th time in this quarter. We've got 12. And we're down 17. We're just putting ourselves in bad spots with these turnovers. Terrible spots. The passing was not good, and then we're just dribbling ourselves into turnovers. Dwight Howard gives the ball to court man, dribbles around the screen, puts it up, and oh wow, he missed a wide open layup. That's crazy. The Knicks have numbers, 3-on-2. Nice move by Alex Burks, puts the pump fake up, and then he gets blocked by Dwight Howard. The Knicks will keep the ball with 18 on the shot clock. Remember when Ryan was talking about saying that Serge Ibaka does a Mutombo? Dwight Howard just did it right now with the finger wag on the block on Alex Burks just now. All right, Knicks looking to inbound. They inbound the inside, and RJ Barrett misses another easy one. This guy's playing all these minutes, and he just can't produce. This guy, RJ Barrett, is 1 for 15 from the field. Thibodeau, you shake your head, but you don't run plays, dude. You don't run plays. Shake Milton with the ball. All you do is tell these guys to play hard on defense, but there's really no execution on offense. All right. Korkmaz shoots open for 3. He can't hit. Offensive rebound. Well, Dwight Howard tried to get it. And then 2 seconds, and then the Knicks lose the ball with a chance to try to get a shot off with 1.4 seconds remaining. 86-69. I'm sorry, RJ's 1 for 13. My mistake. And a timeout was being called with 1.4 remaining. But why would they call a timeout with 1.4 remaining? I guess Doc is trying to get a playoff, I guess. Doesn't make sense. Or was that the end of the third quarter? Not really too sure. Yeah, that's the thing. And you see, at first I was trying to give Randall some credit, but I realized, man, this dude really doesn't have. Randall does the same move kind of every. Randall's too predictable. His game is too predictable. We paid this guy $63 million. He ain't worth that. But because it's today's NBA, and the numbers, this is the problem with some of these players. They go to other teams and they're like, if I put up stats, I'm going to get paid. Then they're in a different situation. And you look at a guy like Randall, who was playing in a market like New York. But it's like, what does anybody really care about? The Knicks are bad. So they're not going to care that Julius Randle's playing bad because the Knicks are not relevant. And we're a New York team, the biggest market in the world. All right, so we got 1.4 remaining. All right, Shake Milton inbounds at the Korkmaz. Korkmaz shoots a 3-pointer. Wow, he just missed it. Wow. Anyway, so at the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, the score is Philly 86, Knicks 69, right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Philly has a 17-point lead right now, and has not looked good. All right, so let's update the score right there. End of the third quarter. The score is 86-69 right now. Knicks are down by 17 in the third quarter. Yeah, now make sure to hit the like button and make sure to hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. Let us see what is going on around in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see. I see some other cats are doing this game too. Alex Burks is okay. He's okay. I'm not a big fan of Alex Burks, but he's done some good things for us. But I'm not a huge fan of Alex Burks because he has a tendency to get inconsistent as well. Typical New York, they just miss it. Why do we keep believing they were looking so good and so amped on first take? There's your answer. First take. All right, let's look at scores around the league since Layla was calling for it in the chat. So, around the league, wow, Cleveland and Detroit is tied at 101. So we got a better game right now over there. OKC is up 4 on Charlotte. Damn. Orlando is beating Washington by 10, 128-18. So if Washington loses this, they'll start 0-2. Our game is through 3. Indy is up 66-56 against Chicago at the half. Toronto and San Antonio is tied at 50. Utah is up 12-11 on Minnesota at 112. They're tied at 12 in the first quarter. They're up 11-12 in the first quarter. Actually, no, Indy just started the third quarter. They're up 72-56. We got outscored 26-14, as G Money mentioned in the third quarter. And then last but not least, we got Houston and Portland. And then we got Phoenix and Sacramento to end the night. In the chat. Start of the fourth quarter. All right, Thibault gives it the Korkmaz, gives it to Mike Scott, who misses the 3. Dwight Howard has been a pest on the boards. So let me now. All right, man. So the ball goes out of bounds. Philly will keep the ball. All right, here's Shake Milton, gives the ball to Korkmaz, and he ends up with the travel. So the Knicks will get the ball. I think that's Philly's 7th turnover. We have 12. Here's Dennis Smith Jr., who then gives the ball to Alex Burks. Alex Burks puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. with the bump. He faces a trap. They swing the ball to a wide open Alex Burks for 3, and he drains it. Big shot. 86-72 is the score. Knicks within 14. And it looks like we got a foul on Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, it looks like because Dennis got hit. Dennis got hit in the lip while trying to play defense. I just think dudes are not gonna want. They're not gonna want Dennis Smith Jr. because of how inconsistent he's been. So I just don't see who's gonna want him right now. There's Ben Simmons sitting off the bench. Yo, Doc Rivers, I really feel like he spray painted his hair black. The dude just needs to go bald, man. Dude needs to go bald. Well, I know that's not what you meant for the Mutombo, but I'll take it. What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you being here. All right, so what are they reviewing? Oh, no. I know you was talking to Juanetta. I was talking about the play that Dwight Howard made. I know you were talking about Serge Ibaka and something else when you meant Mutombo. I was talking about when Dwight Howard did the – anytime that when Mutombo blocked a shot. No. Yeah, I was talking about Dwight Howard. But again, guys, continue to smash the like button as you guys come in. If you guys haven't, make sure to share. The funny thing is, I'm so used to Tom Thibodeau with that hairstyle. I can't imagine him bald. It would be kind of hard getting used to at first. I think I have an idea on what you mean. I think I have an idea on what you mean. Okay, so as Shake Milton went to the ground, Dennis Smith actually got an elbow to the face. Actually, not to the face, but to his lip. He's saying if I hit him in the face, dude, come on, you did. You got him with an elbow. Hit him on the lip. Well, so why is Alex Burks shooting free throws? Somebody got a technical, I believe, and Alex Burks knocks down the free throw, so now the Knicks are within 13. Oh, see, I didn't see that comment, Ryan. See, if we would have known, I would have never known. See, I didn't know that because the thing is, it just popped up, so I didn't know. Thanks for letting me know, though. Anyway, so we're back to live action. All right, so Shake Milton with the ball. We got 5 on the shot clock. He dribbles around. He shoots the basket. He shoots it, and he can't hit. Rebound is to Dennis Smith Jr. So here we go. Dennis Smith gives the ball to Alex Burks, who then gives the ball to R.J. Barrett. He shoots the fadeaway, and he can't hit. He's now 1 for 14 from the field. Mike Scott with the rebound. Almost loses the ball out of bounds, but he recovers the ball. So here he comes. Gives the ball to Shake Milton. Shake Milton dribbles left. Bounce pass to Dwight Howard in the post. Dwight goes on Nerlens Noel. He goes up, puts the pump fake up with the jump hook, and it's good. And the Knicks are down 15, 88-73. Kevin Knox with the basketball, then gives the ball to Alex Burks. Alex Burks goes behind the back. They give it to Nerlens Noel, who then gives the ball to Alex Burks. He shoots the jump shot, and actually, that was a little bit of a floater, but he knocks it down. It is 88-75. Here comes Thibault, gives the ball to Shake Milton, then gives the ball to Dwight Howard. Thibault once again gives the ball to Korkmaz. Korkmaz comes off of Dwight Howard's screen, looking for the step back. Shake Milton drives right, goes behind, goes to the middle, takes a tough shot, and he knocks it down with the shot clock winding. Philly now leads by 15, 90-75. Alex Burks with the ball, then gives the ball to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox at the top of the Knicks sign he then gives the ball to Alex Burks, and then it gets poked away by Thibault, and the Knicks turn it over again. Nice hesitation by Shake Milton, gives it to Dwight Howard, puts the ball on the floor. He loses it, and he gets grabbed by Dennis Smith Jr. a little wildly right there, a little excessive, but Dwight draws the foul, and man, Knicks are playing sloppy right now. Can't lie. And we are going to have a timeout with 9 minutes flat remaining in this fourth quarter. Oh, wait, no timeout. Julius Randle checks back in. I'm telling you right now, Tom Thibodeau does not have the defenders on his team that he would if he was with the Chicago Bulls. All right, Dwight Howard doing excellent activity in the paint, but he can't hit. Julius Randle, wow. The same predictable crossover, and he turns it over again. Oh, that was a terrible jump stop by Shake Milton. He got called for a travel. That was just dumb on his part. Philly didn't take advantage on Randle's blunder. I think your name should be Julius Same Old Randle. Oh, wow. And Philly falls asleep, and R.J. Barrett still misses the layup. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Dwight Howard barely touched him, and he still missed the layup. But at least he's going to the free throw line. He's 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, and he's 1 for 14 from the field. 90-76 is the score. And Thibault gets substituted for Seth Curry. Barrett makes the second free throw. The score is now 90-77, 13-point game with 8:31 remaining. All right, so here's Seth Curry, then gives the ball to Korkmaz, gives the ball to Mike Scott, gives the ball to Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard palming the ball, thinking he's Michael Jordan. Gives the ball to Mike Scott for 3, but he can't hit. Rebounds to R.J. Barrett. How come nobody other than Mitchell Robinson with some of the Knicks bigs are rebounding that basketball? Reggie Bullock shoots the free throw line jumper, but then I noticed that a lot of the Knicks shots are just short. They're just short. Seth Curry, they're lacking a little bit more arc. Gives the ball. Shake Milton then gives the ball to Mike Scott. Then they give the ball to Seth Curry. Here's Seth. And looks like we got a foul on Reggie Bullock trying to reach in. And looks like Seth hurt his left shoulder. Hopefully Seth is okay. He's really grabbing onto that left shoulder. I think he might have just probably got nicked up. Yeah, I think, okay, so what happened was I think Seth Curry, he banged into Reggie Bullock when it happened. All right, so the ball's inbounded to Shake Milton, gets a screen from Joel Embiid, who checks back in. There's the bounce pass. Embiid shoots the one-legged jumper, but he can't hit. Rebound is to Alex Burks. Gives the ball to R.J. Barrett. R.J. going right to the free throw line, then gives the ball to Randall, and then oh my goodness. Somebody needs to get this guy out of here, man. I can't believe, dude, you threw the pass. Why are you making that face? We're going to have to restructure this to a 2-day contract. And then good defense by R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle making up for that hideous blunder. Here come the Knicks. Bullock. Beautiful job to Kevin Knox with the Thunder Slam. Nice play. I wouldn't call it a Statue of Liberty dunk because the Statue of Liberty dunk is more straight up. Especially, I've seen LeBron, for example, do a Statue of Liberty dunk. And LeBron kind of hangs in the air for a minute because of the athleticism. So he has a little bit of hang, and then pong. I would say that's more Statue of Liberty-esque. But anyway, nice Thunder Slam by Kevin Knox. We got a timeout with 7:14 remaining. We're down by 11 with 7:14 remaining. 90-79 is the score. Smash the like. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Layla's already tuning the blues. She said, na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Sing it with me now. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. It's just an 11-point game. So we'll see what happens. All right, man. So we're in a commercial break. 90-79 is the score. Let me just update this right now on the channel. This is what we do on the Lewis Sports Network now. This is what we're gonna do. And all right. Oh no, we're still on commercial break. Okay, so let me just type in for anybody who is trying to find out the score. There you go. I did you a favor. Check that out. See there? Yeah. 7:14 in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Well, the Russell Westbrook era in Washington has begun with an 0-2 record. Orlando goes 2-0. Washington Wizards allowed 130 points. The Bulls are losing by 27. You know, we talk about the Knicks, but if there's another organization that sucks probably just as bad as the Knicks, it's the Chicago Bulls. That ain't capping. Those are facts. Detroit is beating Cleveland 112 to 110 in overtime right now. And Oklahoma City beat Charlotte in a close game, 109-107. The 0-2 LaMelo Charlotte Hornets. But I can hear it now. Wait. But Gordon Hayward is injured. Man, stop. All right, so Ben Simmons is back on the floor. I think some of the starters have come back. Ben Simmons gives the ball to Joel Embiid. 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. He shoots a jump shot, but he misses again, so Embiid's missed his last 3 shots. Here's Reggie Bullock with the ball. All right, here's the bounce pass, and nice play by the Knicks right there. Julius Randle getting good position. Alex Burke, with a nice bounce pass, and the Knicks are within 9. Maybe it's not over yet. The Knicks are on a 6-0 run. Let's see what they can do. Here's Ben Simmons. RJ Blair playing some tight defense. Ben Simmons is able to penetrate, kicks it out to a wide open Embiid, sets himself, shoots a 3-pointer, and he drains it. Freddie Gee, 3 more points for your fantasy. Embiid's got 27 points. 93-81 is the score. All right, Alex Burks dribbles left side, comes to the middle, then swings to the right, gives the ball to Knox coming off a screen, shoots a 3-pointer. And Kevin Knox was trying to do some form of hoop toss, and he did, but to the shot clock. Joel Embiid open from a over-the-head pass from Ben Simmons, but he can't hit the 3. Offensive rebound being tapped, and Alex Burks gets the ball. Under 6 remaining, halfway remaining in the fourth quarter. Burks gets in post-up, tries to bounce past to Knox, almost loses it, but recovers it, kicks it to Randle, swings it to Reggie Bullock, called off the screen. Reggie Bullock is open, shoots the free throw line jumper, and he can't get it. Once again, short. Rebound is to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris gets an MB screen. Tobias Harris fakes, gives it out to Danny Green. They give it to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid on the left side of the block. Ben Simmons has actually got good position, and then he gets fouled by Julius Randle. See, where you want not Julius Randle, where you want Joel Embiid to catch the ball is right where they gave him the ball, and that's far away from the basket as possible, where you have to force him to make a play. Embiid with the ball to Simmons. They dump it inside to Tobias Harris on the post-up. He turns around. He shoots up, and he gets fouled by Kevin Knox with the left hand. And Tobias will go to the line to shoot 2 to extend the lead back up to 14 for Philly. So it looks like we got 5:21. And why is Embiid taking today's threes? Freddie would tell you it's today's NBA. The issue that I have is when your 3 starts to not fall, where do you get your points from? And it's like you got to start to establish that. All right, so Tobias makes the free throw. It is 94-81. Oh, wow, I forgot to change the time. Let me see how much I got. Tobias misses the free throw, so it's 94-81. The lead is 13. And as I say that, RJ Barrett gets aggressive, goes to the rim, and he draws the foul. Yo, shout out to Karam, man. Appreciate it. Yes, that is on. That is. I know it's today's era. I'm not going to deny that. Yeah, Freddie's going LOL because he knows about the conversation we had with Jay last night. Who knows? Jay might be busy. I'm not really sure, but all right, man. So the score is 94-82. There's Ben Simmons right there. RJ Barrett makes both free throws, but that's great. Can you hit a shot now? All right, 94-83 is the score. The Knicks have gotten to the line 21 times, but they've missed 6 free throws. Ben Simmons gets to the rim, and Alex Burks with the foul because Ben Simmons had an easy layup. Oh, Gilgeous-Alexander hit a game winner? Yo, lit. Shout out to Shea. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I hope Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has an all-star season because I really like the kid a lot. Happy for Shea, man. First game winner? Awesome. And the score is 95-83 as Ben Simmons hits the free throw from the free throw line. We got a 12-point game. Ryan says, or is it a limited time we see these games live for a certain period year around this time? No, basically you have to stream the games because right now it's live streaming. And the thing is, Kevin Knox shoots the 3-pointer. He can't hit. Offensive rebound. Oh, no, not offensive rebound. Seth Curry with the ball. Oh, I know Gilgeous-Alexander is part of the future. I'm just saying I hope he makes an all-star team this year. Danny Green with the ball. Gives it to Ben Simmons in the paint. Ben Simmons goes up, shoots a short shot, and he gets the roll. Gets the bounce. 97-83 is the score. I just think that Shea Gilgeous has got a good feel for the game. That's what I like about him. All right, here's R.J. Barrett. Takes it all the way to the rim and scores. Uh-oh. R.J. Barrett, the stat pad it. Now I'm stopped. Oh, wait, 97-85 because he hasn't hit a shot all night. So I just got to say that. It's a 12-point game. Here comes Ben Simmons. Takes it all the way to the rack. And the Knicks defense says, looking at each other like, man, what the hell? You're supposed to guard him. No, you're supposed to guard him. You're supposed to guard him. Damn, they gave the new meaning in terms of space the floor because they spaced it for Ben Simmons to walk through Broadway and take it to the rack. So we got another timeout with 99-85. Knicks down 14 with 4:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Or would it be? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really too sure. No, not too sure. Maybe it might happen. I will say possibly. You know. I mean, it's a possibility. Listen, this is what I'm going to say about the Golden State Warriors. I'm actually going to talk a little bit out about them after this stream. Only reason being is because I feel like I got to get this out in terms of what I noticed was going on with Golden State. Because I think the easy thing to say is because of how bad Golden State has played, the easy thing to say, Curry's overrated. Golden State sucks. Golden State's not really any good. Curry's been exposed. There's things that I've noticed about Golden State. Now, Freddie Gee is right. They're missing Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. But the thing is, it's more than that. When I look at their offense, they have a lot of issues on their offense. They have issues on their offense. Part of it I blame on Steve Kerr because what he's not realizing is he doesn't understand that the personnel that he has is not suitable for his system. That's something that they're not understanding. You can't play your system to players that are not much high, that don't really have high basketball IQs. Because Kelly Oubre has talent. The Warriors have a decent roster. Am I saying that they're going to win it's going to be difficult for them to get to the playoffs? But we're only 2 games in. And I'm going to address Golden State even more. Oh, no. Yo, Jay, I agree with you. He's got to keep it up. He's got to keep it up. He's got to keep it up. Lewis, who do you think has the better record, the Hornets or the Bulls? I'm going with the Hornets. The Bulls look like they're going to have the second worst or worst record in the league. That team has no direction. I told y'all, if there's anybody worse than the Knicks, or just as bad, it's the Chicago Bulls. That team has no direction. My question is, how has John Paxson had a job this long? That's what I want to know. That man should have been fired a long time ago. And he played with you-know-who. And he's a role player. Mind you that. He's a role player. Role players are the ones that actually usually make better general managers, head coaches, or somebody that works in the front office. John Paxson is one of those few exceptions. One of those few. And he played with, you already know. But like I said, I'm going to address Golden State after this game. All right, so we got 3:43 remaining. It is a 99-85 game. All right, so Alex Burks with the ball. He goes up in the paint. He misses the shot. Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle tries to tip it in. Hey, man, Randle's trying to up that trade value. He says, I want out of New York. Transition three by Tobias Harris. He puts it in. The Knicks are down 17. 102-85 is the score. Julius Randle with the ball. They give it to R.J. Barrett. Tobias Harris has got 17 points. He's played well, and the Knicks with another turnover. Bounce pass to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons puts up the layup, and he draws another foul. This game is looking like it's about, okay, now everybody sing it with me now. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Oh, hell yeah. We lost. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. 0-2. Sing it with me now. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Giannis. Damn. So Ben Simmons makes the free throw. It is 103-85. Knicks down 18. Here is his next free throw. 104-85. So it is a 19-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks have a lot of issues on their own. 104-85. We lack finishers on this team. Reggie Bullock with the basketball. They give it to Julius Randle. Julius, same old Randle, goes up, puts it in. Bro, is he trying to be Zion Williamson? Because I've seen even Zion do some of those things, but at least he looks like he has more skills than he does. And that's the truth. 104-87 is the score. Ben Simmons with the ball gives it to Julius Randle's got 25 points on 15 shots. But what does it matter if we can't defend? Mix in a 2-3. They trap Embiid on the baseline. Where was this aggressive trap in the beginning? And Embiid force the ball out of bounds on Embiid, so they turn it over. This is what I've never liked about the Knicks when we've had a lot of these losing seasons. We wait too late to fight. That's been the problem with the Knicks. It is a 104-87 game right now, and the Knicks are down 17. We have 2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, make sure you guys hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe for the Lewis Sports Network. And like I said, after this game, I'm going to talk about the Golden State Warriors. Here's Frank Ntilikina, another player who lacks confidence. Here's Julius Randle trying to put the moves, but it's too predictable. They kick it out, and there's a three-point shot, but it was missed. And looks like it's Tyrese Maxey who's in. Who shot the three? Okay, I'm seeing 21 now. There's Dennis Smith Jr. Randle gets the steal, and they call the foul. Oh, they call the foul on Dwight Howard. Okay. Oh, no, I think that's Pinson. Oh, that's Theo Pinson who just came in. Okay, now I know who it is. Oh, I thought Randle was like getting at his teammates. I'm like, you trying to get at them because he was trying to say you scored 25 or something? But what did it matter, sir? All right, Korkmaz is back in the game. We got under 2 remaining. Okay, man, continue to hit the like button as you guys come in, share. But this is why I wasn't cool with the Obi Toppin pick, because we got another big. T.O. Pinson shoots the 3-pointer. He can't hit. Noel tries to get the rebound, but the ball goes out of bounds. I'd rather have Burks because Reggie Bullock is worse than Burks. Burks may be streaky, but I think he's more consistent than Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock's his shots are so short. Every time I watch him shoot, his shots are barely grazing the front of the rim. And then it's like he lacks strength and he lacks arc on his shot. And Dennis Smith, what does Dennis Smith really do? I mean, He's athletic. I like him, but it's like he can't stay healthy. And I don't know, man. I just don't like Dennis Smith's work ethic. I don't know. He just gives me a laziness about him. Because Dennis Smith is supposed to be. He looks like he could be a guy that has talent, but it's like I'm not seeing it right now. I mean, he makes both free throws. It's a 104-89 game. All right, so we got a minute 30 left, a minute and a half remaining, and like I said, after this game, I'm going to talk about the Golden State Warriors, and then I think this is the perfect time to do it in the stream with everybody here. So then I think that's what it makes sense to do that. Korkmaz with the pass to Thibault, they give it to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey goes all the way to the rim. He didn't get fouled on the play. Nerlens Noel tries to recover it. Maxey recovers the ball. He puts it up. Nice pass to Shake Milton, and he draws the foul with a minute and 1 remaining in the game. Like I said, I am going to explain what's going to happen. I'm going to explain what's going on when I watch the Golden State Warriors. And I'm going to tell you the difference between Steve Kerr and Mark Jackson to kind of give this a more different perspective light, man. But you can see it. You can see it in his body language. He's very nonchalant. He needs to look. I would like him on the Miami Heat. Pat Riley would probably get him to work hard. So would Eric Spoelstra. You wouldn't see this BS from Dennis Smith Jr. This is why I like the Miami Heat. I like what their coach is about. They're not about that BS, man. You come in to work. You come to play. You want to play. You got to come in and work. Maybe Miami would have been good for James Harden because he really lacks discipline. Dennis Smith really doesn't have discipline. And Mike Scott hits the three-pointer. That's his first 3 of the game. Philly's up by 20, 109-89. So we have about 30 seconds remaining. This game is pretty much over. Let's see what the final score is going to be. Dennis Smith Jr. goes behind the back. He passes out the ball, gives it to Frank Ntilikina, another player who's not confident in his abilities. He shoots the 3, but he can't hit. Rebound. The shot clock is off, and that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. So Philly wins 109-89 on the New York Knicks. They win by 20. That is the ball game. And there it is. Well, the run really didn't matter at this point. At that point, G-Money, because the Knicks were just not going to come back. It really didn't matter. So the Knicks start the season 0-2 after a pretty solid preseason. See, I was telling some of these casuals, getting all hyped, talking about the Knicks is back after beating the Detroit Pistons in preseason and getting a win on the Cavaliers. And I'm like, what did it matter? I'm telling you, like, what did it matter if they weren't going to do this in the regular season? Final score, Philly 109, Knicks 89. Okay. Pretty much the player of the game for the Sixers was Joel Embiid. And also I got to give credit to Tobias Harris because he got cooking late in that fourth quarter. Oh, no, I'm not cutting the BS out. Like I said, I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm a realist. After one game in the preseason, the Knicks are back. I'm like, y'all really trying to embarrass me out here. I'm like, they're not back. The first thing I said with those people who were like, the Knicks are back. I'm like, amateurs. Amateurs. It's like they're not looking at this team. These guys aren't paying attention. Like I said, man, we got the Houston Rockets and the Portland Trailblazers. James Harden is playing. John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins are not due to COVID. And then the Phoenix Suns are playing the Sacramento Kings tonight. That actually would have been a nice game to do, honestly. But I wanted to do my Knicks. I wanted to represent my Knicks, and I'm going to try to do a couple of more Knicks games for this season, just because I want to, I just want to rep my team. But they did lose by 20. 109-89 is the score. Dennis looks nonchalant. It's pretty simple. Scores around the league, ladies and gentlemen. Washington loses by 10, 130-120. Cleveland is beating Detroit now. Oh, wow. How did Cleveland come back? And they go up in double overtime, 124-117. They're beating Detroit. Man, okay. OKC beat Charlotte on the Gilgeous-Alexander game winner. Gilgeous-Alexander game winner. Indies beating Chicago by 21 in the fourth quarter. Toronto and San Antonio in a close one in the third quarter, 69-66. Minnesota is beating Utah by 8. Dang. Utah's better than Minnesota, and they're okay. The Knicks just lost, as you guys can see. And let me just look at the Houston and Portland. They're starting in a few minutes, and Phoenix and Sacramento, they're starting in a few minutes. I'm not even going to go through the percentages and stuff like that in this game because what the Knicks lost this game with their turnovers. They really lost this game with their turnovers. Also, Philly was getting way too many more offensive rebounds in the second half. Okay. Now, let's talk about the Golden State Warriors, shall we? Here's the problem with the Golden State Warriors when I watch them. The issue with Golden State is, as much as James Wiseman has been a stud through the first two games and he's got some talent, I said it before and I'll say it again. Steve Kerr's system is not tailor-made for players like Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins. They don't display the high basketball IQ players that they need for that system. Now, in order for Curry to improve, in my opinion, in terms of his play, Curry's going to have to go back to Mark Jackson, Steph Curry. More isolation and more pick and rolls in order to carry the offense. That's how it's going to work, at least for the Warriors. Another problem is they're not competing on the defensive end. Steve Kerr is just letting those guys play out there. The Warriors don't communicate. There's no rotations. Their switching is horrible. They're just playing to play out there. Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins have to play better, at least to be tradable. Those guys are going to get exposed in the playoffs because Andrew Wiggins has been inconsistent from the minute he got into the league. Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre are slashers. They're not shooters. Okay? It's going to be much easier to double and triple Steph Curry when Steph Curry does not have shooting around him. That is how Curry is able to play effectively off the basketball. In this scenario, Curry has to be more ISO. That's how Curry's going to start to explode. The thing is also, though, teams are looking at Steph Curry and still saying, Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins have to beat us. We're not going to let you beat us. It's very simple, yet very complicated. So, yes, they do miss Klay Thompson, somebody who can help space the floor. And I know Freddie's loving what he's hearing right now in terms of space the floor, right? Draymond Green is good for what he does in terms of his ability to put the ball on the floor as an extra playmaker, which keeps Curry off the ball. Because what is the difference between Klay Thompson and Draymond Green compared to the other players on the team? They are high IQ basketball players, right? The issue that I have with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green is people keep putting them way up here, but you have to look at what really the Golden State Warriors are, and I've said this many times. They are a product of their system. The reason that, and I got to say this about Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson got fired for his religious beliefs. Mark Jackson deserves the credit for the defensive culture that he set. Steve Kerr should not get credit for the defensive culture because it's what a lot of people have been saying. Anybody could coach the Golden State Warriors. How do you think Luke Walton got a job? Luke Walton's in Sacramento after getting fired from the Lakers. Are the Sacramento Kings any better? No, because what's Luke trying to do? He's trying to implement the same system from Golden State that he tried with the Lakers, that he's trying with the Sacramento Kings. And what's Luke's problem? They don't have the personnel to run that system. Now, for people who are saying that, oh, Steph Curry's not better than Allen Iverson. Why are you comparing Steph Curry to Allen Iverson? Why? Because he didn't carry a team? You need to pump the brakes. Steph Curry is a rhythm player, just like Klay Thompson. They are rhythm players. The problem with Steph Curry is he's fallen in love with what the NBA is today. He shoots the three ball a lot. He can put the ball on the floor. He can hit mid-range baskets. Steph Curry has floaters. Steph Curry can get to the basket. The problem is Steph Curry loves to shoot the three a lot. Steph Curry's confidence gets shaken, believe it or not. Steph Curry could play it off in games and act like he's into the game, and yeah, but Steph Curry can get easily shaken, especially when his three is not falling. Steph's ego tends to go up here when he's playing well, especially when he's hitting threes. Y'all seen it in NBA Finals. I mean, when he was going up against the Cavaliers. Just look at 2017, but remember who was there? Slim Reaper Trey 5. What is Slim Reaper Trey 5? Dynamic. Is Steph Curry dynamic? But here's the problem with the media, which is why I blame them too. They keep putting Curry, because he won 2 regular season MVPs back-to-back, especially one unanimous, on the level of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis. That was the media's biggest mistake. Steph Curry is not as dynamic as any of those players because Steph Curry is small. Steph Curry doesn't have the ability to get his own shot like those guys can. We're talking about bucket go-getters. Steph Curry is not that. Steve Kerr does not have high IQ basketball players. He has young players who have not really truly mastered their system. They need time. And the worst part is Steve Kerr doesn't even motivate them to play defense. He does not make adjustments. Steve Kerr came to a defensive team and maximized them with their offensive output. That's what Steve Kerr gets credit for. So when I look at Steve Kerr and Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr gets credit for the offense and Mark Jackson gets credit for the defense. Boom. You see, if Mark Jackson would have won a championship, he would have been the defensive coordinator for the Golden State Warriors. Because how did Golden State have the defensive teams? They had Ron Adams, defensive coordinator, former assistant coach, Mike Brown. Also, who was also in their offensive playbook when they won the 2015 World Championship? Mr. Alvin Gentry, who can't coach a lick. I mean, look what he did with Zion Williamson. Alvin Gentry has to have the players tailor-made for his coaching style. He didn't have that in New Orleans. Yeah, people are saying, well, how did Steph Curry still able to average the numbers, while Kevin Durant was there? That's right. Jay says can't be the greatest upset when the Sixers are still an incomplete team. First of all, the Sixers are not even a good three-point shooting team. So there's that. But they're incomplete, like Jay says in the chat. It's true. This team is not Eastern Conference Finals made. They're not a team. When I look at the Sixers, they're not meant for a team to go deep into the playoffs. The only reason that it looks kind of realistic is the way that the East is shaping up. You look at Toronto, they're going to take steps back because look what they've lost. There's no Kawhi Leonard. There's no Danny Green. There's no Marc Gasol. There's no Serge Ibaka. Fred VanVleet just got paid 4-year, $85 million. Kyle Lowry's getting older, and Pascal Siakam is your third option. They've got good young players, but that can only take you so far. You need a superstar. Look at the Miami Heat. Miami Heat have a nice system. But what do they need to get over the top? They need a superstar. They need somebody that's able to back up Bam, and they need a superstar next to Jimmy Butler, so that Jimmy Butler can do the number 2 role. Because Jimmy Butler can take over a game, but he cannot sustain that. That's not his game. Jimmy Buckets would be the type of guy that would love to give you 17 to 20 points and just defend. My thing is, what do the Golden State Warriors have to do to fix their problem? They need to play with more effort on the defense. That's one. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. But they say that Draymond Green is coming back supposedly against the Chicago Bulls tomorrow. But I know what's going to happen. 3 games in, and they're going to say, if the Warriors lose to the Chicago Bulls, oh my God, the world is going to end. Oh my God, Golden State is so over. Here's the problem. That's only 3 games in. I am going to judge the Golden State Warriors from 20 to 25 games. But I will say this. Oubre and Wiggins is not your long-term answer. It is absolutely not. Steve Kerr gets credit for the offense, but he sucks in terms of making adjustments, and he does not motivate on defense. Without Klay Thompson, they don't have the high IQ wing that they need right now. With Klay, it allows Curry to play off ball. And the thing is, Klay loves playing off ball, but he also defends the other 2s and 3s, and even he can defend 2 to 3 positions, can Klay Thompson. And Steph Curry is not a bad defender. He's not the best. He never will be the best defender. But Curry does use his body well. It's when you isolate Curry with people who can handle the ball real well, they will get by Curry every single time because Curry does not have the best feet to be able to move laterally. He does not have good lateral feet. So the question that I have is, people are asking they're like, Curry's overrated. Curry's overrated because of the media. And I'm not hating on Steph Curry. Curry's good for what he does. The media is to blame for why Curry is put on such a pedestal. Curry is a number 2 option that is your lead point guard. When are people going to understand that the wings are the ones that drive this league, not point guards? But the media keeps doing that to Steph Curry, a la Max Kellerman. Why do you think Golden State gets this reputation when they win 73 games? And I keep asking you guys, did Golden State really win 73 games because they were a juggernaut, or was it because they were ahead of their time and people really didn't figure out what style of play the Warriors were doing? The league is caught up to them, and look, the Warriors are so predictable. They don't have the players to run the system. Curry's not a first option. So this whole thing about Curry's been exposed, no. Curry's not a number 1. He never has been a number 1. He had to be because he was the guy on your team. That's why Steph is getting killed in the media. That's why Steph is getting killed by a lot of his haters. No, I wouldn't say the Warriors were great. I would say that they were good. KD made them great. I wouldn't say good. Because when you look at that Golden State team, you look at 2017 and 2018 with their playoff runs. They're not this unbeatable team as people make them out to me. The system was a product of the Warriors' record, 73-9. Because you got to think about it. How can you look so bad against Oklahoma City, then you come back and you beat them after being down 3-1? And then you go up 3-1 against a more talented Cleveland Cavaliers team. Because I'm telling you right now, the Warriors are not more talented than the Cavaliers were in 2016. They became more talented once you added Kevin Durant to that team. I don't care what anybody says. The 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers were more talented than the Golden State Warriors. That's a fact. What changed was when Kevin Durant came. You look at that run that the Warriors did when they went 16-1. That's how they were deemed as unbeatable. But what was the excuse that people were making about the Warriors? They were saying, "Yo, the Warriors, they didn't play Yusuf Nurkic in the first round. He got hurt. Oh, they didn't play Gordon Hayward. He was hurt when they beat Utah. Oh, Kawhi Leonard and Tony Parker, they were hurt, so Golden State swept them. They didn't face a challenge." That's what they said the entire 2017 playoffs. That's all I heard in the 2017 playoffs. That the Warriors were lucky that they weren't facing any competition. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. And then people said, "Oh, when they face the Cavaliers, it's real competition now because they're going up against LeBron." I remember how that series went out, but game by game. Game 1, it wasn't a big deal. Game 2, it doesn't matter. It's a big deal. Game 3 is in our house. Game 3, it's not fair because the Warriors have 4 All-Stars. Game 4, the Cavs are going to win in 7. Game 5, they got Draymond, they got Steph, they got Clay, they got KD. I said, but wait a minute. Yeah, the narrative was when the Warriors were going through the Western Conference, they didn't play anybody. Then they played the Cavaliers, who went 12-2 in the Eastern Conference. They were dominating their competition, and they weren't really playing anybody neither. So not only were the Warriors not playing anybody, except for the San Antonio Spurs until Kawhi Leonard went down, but the Cleveland Cavaliers weren't playing anybody neither. I wouldn't say the Warriors had like more depth because I'm going to say this. To me, the Warriors, they didn't have toughness in 2016. I thought bringing in David West was good from a toughness standpoint. So they had the toughness that they didn't have in 2016. So I think that's what he brought them. I think with JaVale McGee, they brought another big. They didn't really use some of the players a lot. Like they didn't use Ian Clark a lot, but they ended up getting used. Kerr went with a shorter rotation in the playoffs in 2017 with the Warriors. But that's something that people don't realize, though. But that's the problem. The league has adjusted to Golden State's style, and that's why Golden State is having a hard time right now. But it's the reason being is because 2 of your most high IQ basketball players, one, they're not there, and the rest of the roster, they're slashers, not shooters, and they lack IQ. So Wiggins and Oubre, they would be exposed if they played in, let's say Curry carries them to the playoffs and they try to play a system. Oubre and Wiggins would get exposed very badly, very badly. Oh, yeah, man. Trust me right now. Yeah, LBJ, you got to pay more attention, man, because sometimes you kind of ask the same questions, like when that's like I've kind of said them repeatedly, or people in the stream. You got to pay more attention. I think the Cavs were better top because of the top heavy roster. Warriors have more depth, though, and Curry was the second best player in that series. Kyrie shines in isolations as usual. I think overall, I think Kyrie was the better scorer, in my opinion, in that series, but I think Curry had the better all-around game. When you look at the stat sheets across the board, even though Kyrie actually shot better than Curry in those finals, Curry across the board actually was, more taller. So this is what I'm saying about the LBJ. You got to figure that out. You've been asking some questions, man. So this is what I'm basically saying about Golden State right now. This season. Oh, wait, what did Ryan say? I probably missed a comment on what he said. He probably didn't even show up. Let me just see. Oh. Oh, I see what you... Yo, Ryan, you're right, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. That dude constantly repeats himself sometimes, which is crazy. Sometimes it's like I'll ask a question. It's like I'm hearing about what happened in the series or what could have happened and so and so. I'm like, that's not what I asked you, G Money. That ain't what I asked you. I'm like, stick to the topic, bro. So this is why I continue to say about Golden State. Oh no, I saw it, Layla. I saw it already. I saw it. Um, so so basically, what I'm basically saying is that if we're looking at Golden State, Steve Kerr. He unleashed Curry for the offensive player that he is, and allowed Curry to be more off ball because they had a better team around. First of all, take a look at this, guys. In 2015, in the 2015 NBA Finals, if y'all remember, and if y'all saw the series, Golden State was struggling offensively because the Cavs had slowed the game down, and they were being very physical with Steph Curry. They lacked motion. Andre Iguodala had to go to Steve Kerr to tell him, you need to put David Lee into the game. And when I saw David Lee go into the game, I said the Warriors they're probably gonna move a little bit better. And what happened to the Warriors offense? It changed. Could you imagine if Steve Kerr had not listened to Andre Iguodala? There was a point in the regular season, I think in 2018, where Steve Kerr just let the players coach themselves. That was when KD was there. And basically what I said to myself when I looked at it, I said, Steve Kerr just came at the right time. He came at the right time. But these people who are saying, oh, Mark Jackson, he would have got them to win a championship. I said, not with the style of play that Mark Jackson does on offense. They weren't going to win a championship. They weren't going to win a championship. You know what's so funny? They should have been on the coaching staffs, both of them, because one did change the culture on defense and the other one unleashed the offense. Iguodala told Steve Kerr, put David Lee into the game. Totally changed the offensive system. There was more man movement. The Cavs had a hard time defending because David Lee was being very mobile. He was setting screens. He was going on pin. Steph Curry was able to go on more pin downs. Like, there it is, man. That just lets you know. And now Iguodala's with the Miami Heat, another team with a pretty good system, and who coaches Eric Spoelstra, and who is the head of the Dons, Pat Riley. But people are asking, what is wrong with the Golden State Warriors? That's just it. Their players are not tailor-made for this system. That's it. When the Warriors were winning championships and going to the NBA Finals, it's because they had the personnel to run their system. They don't have that right now. They didn't have it last year, and they don't have it this year right now. That's why they're struggling. Steph Curry isn't even really being defended that hard, to be honest with you. But this is going to be every team's strategy until Draymond Green comes back, until they get the players that they need to run their system. And when it comes to defense, Steve Kerr is vastly overrated. Gets too much credit for something that he should not be getting credit for. That's why the media gives him a pass. And Steve Kerr is a good coach, but he reminds me for some reason a lot of Mike D'Antoni. He reminds me a lot of Mike Budenholzer. He's just in the Phil Jackson situation where he benefited to have the right players, right place, right time. That's Steve Kerr. And this is a guy who played under Greg Popovich, under Phil Jackson. He kind of bounced around a little bit around the league, but how many championships did Steve Kerr win as a player? 5. As a role player. And this is a guy who didn't really get a lot of minutes playing as it is anyway when he was with Chicago or when he was with San Antonio. Because Steve Kerr really wasn't doing anything that was like way over the top to where he could substitute in players like even a guy like Ron Harper, who was a shell of himself by the time he went to the Bulls. A good defender, but I'm just saying he wasn't as explosive offensively because he lost athleticism due to the knee injury. But this is a fact, man. Steve Kerr is overrated because with all that stuff that you think about this, with all that knowledge that Steve Kerr learned under Pop and Phil, why is how come players are telling even Steve what to do? Does Steve Kerr really command the locker room? Why are the players not competing defensively? Even if they give up a couple of plays, they're not doing anything. The best thing that Steve Kerr does is break clipboards when the Warriors don't play well. When the Warriors have defensive breakdowns and they struggle to shoot. So this is the way I see it. Mark Jackson deserves credit for the defense, but they weren't going to win a championship with his offensive style of coaching. Steve Kerr got credit for unleashing the offense. That, according to Max Kellerman, is the greatest half-court offense in NBA history. Please shut the F up. This is what I'm talking about. This is why the Golden State Warriors are, quote-unquote, hated. The media elevates them to a level that they really shouldn't. That is the problem. I'm not here saying that the Warriors are not to me, they're a good team. They're not a great team, in my opinion. I've said that they're great because of the success they've had, but when you really do the eye test, are they really as great as they are? They're really not. They should have lost to Oklahoma City in 2016 after being down 3-1. They should have lost it in 2018 to the Houston Rockets after the Rockets missed. It took the Rockets missing 27 straight threes. And the worst crazy part is Golden State only won by 9. And also, Kevin Durant did not have a great series. And in the second half, there were a lot of calls going against the Houston Rockets. If you look at that third quarter, that's how the Warriors got back into this game if people really watched the series. But the Houston Rockets were better than the Golden State Warriors. But who decided not to make adjustments when the Rockets missed 27 straight threes? I wonder who that could be. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'll give you the hint. His face you can find on a Pringles can. So like Ryan just said, and he's speaking major facts, the narrative always wins in the NBA. I couldn't have said it better myself. Let me put this comment up right here. The narratives always win in the NBA. Facts. That is why I call them Pringles, man. Because if you put Mike D'Antoni with a mustache next to a Pringles can, you will see the resemblance. Either that's his twin brother Dan, because Dan doesn't have a mustache. That's why I call him Pringles, because he really does look like the Mr. Pringle man. He does. But the thing is also, guys, why do you think James Harden so badly wants to go to the Brooklyn Nets? It's not really much so of Kyrie or Kevin Durant. It's Mike No D'Antoni. What was James Harden allowed to do under Mike No D'Antoni? As great of a player that James Harden is, James Harden could pretty much dominate the basketball. And if you look at the Brooklyn Nets right now, why would you want to ruin that by bringing a ball-dominant player to Brooklyn? He would be reunited with Mike D'Antoni. Is that a headache that Brooklyn really wants to deal with, considering that they would trade some talent to try to get a player who, I've said this before and I'll say it again, James Harden can carry you to the playoffs. But the problem is James Harden only goes hard on one end of the floor. It's more O than D. OD. Get it? He ODs on O, no D. More offense, no defense. This is the truth. And like Ryan always says, the narrative is what wins in the NBA. So when I look at the Golden State Warriors, I'm not going to panic. What's there to panic about? When I watch this team, it's clear as day from what I look at. They do not have the personnel. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. This team does not have the personnel to win. Curry should not be put at the top. I said this before in streams ago. It's crazy how we put a point guard with these small forwards, the 3/4s, aka positionless basketball players now. Why do we do that? It's because Curry's won 2 MVPs. But when he struggled in the 2016 finals, Curry's nothing but a choker. Curry disappears in big playoff games. Curry had a chance to prove that he was the number 1 guy in basketball, despite the fact that he does not compare to LeBron James at all, and he choked. Curry had a chance to win Finals MVP so that people could say that Curry is not Durant's sidekick, and guess what? He failed in Game 3. Why do you think Curry was crying on Iguodala's shoulder? He knew he blew his chance at winning the MVP award. That's why Curry came out trying to see if he could have like a 50-point effort and shoot the ball well. And even in Game 4, Curry only shot 12 of 27. And now in that Game 4, Durant didn't shoot the ball well neither. But guess what? It wasn't as bad as Curry. Curry still got 37 points, but on 27 shots. But I'm the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm going to try to trade for a party animal prima donna in James Harden. People are like, oh, why are you guys complaining about James Harden? It's his life. First of all, the Houston Rockets came close to going to the NBA Finals. They want a winner. And the fact that they're the fact that Jamina Harden wants to come out. Think about it. You got Chris Paul. You got him traded for Russell Westbrook. Then he gets traded after 1 year. You play with Dwight Howard. He ends up leaving. No Mike D'Antoni, no Daryl Morey. Whose fault is it? Remember, they brought in Carmelo Anthony because Chris Paul was pushing for it. And guess what? He got cut 9 games into the season. So whose fault is it? Didn't y'all remember what James Harden said after 2019 when they lost to Golden State? Oh, I know what to do. Let's trade a point guard with a max contract for another point guard with a max contract. No, James Harden named Mark. Well, he kind of does look like Mark Henry. I would have said James. He looked like Rick Ross. But guess what? And the delusional Rockets owner, Tim Fertitta, wanted to dedicate himself. And the funny thing is, people are saying, "Oh, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins probably got more talent around him. They got Christian Wood." We don't know what DeMarcus Cousins and Boogie Cousins are. John Wall and Boogie Cousins are going to be. They're both coming off of major injuries. We don't know what they're going to be like. James Harden will never succumb himself to play in a system. And this guy is supposed to be the greatest scorer since Michael Jordan. How the hell did he skip over Kobe Bryant? Because remember, Kobe and James are both volume scorers. The problem is Kobe did it in a much more difficult era than James Harden has done it in this era. James Harden has floor spacing, but he's still shooting in the low 40s. The highest season he shot in a season was 49%. That was when he was the sixth man of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I get in one part it's a little bit difficult because you become the number one guy, but Harden is not about efficiency. He's about volume. That's the way he's always been. Layla says, what can he do to change the perception of him? Dead serious, because he has crazy numbers. James Harden has to be able to show that he can't act like the world revolves around him. James Harden has to be able to play in a system where he doesn't dominate the ball. Stop crying for fouls. Can you do something other than, can you put some effort defensively to try to see if you can win game? Because do y'all remember that James Harden got his fans were getting hyped after he blocked Lou Jen's door, and people thought they turned the corner, and then they meet the Lakers and they get outs in 5 games. And they're going to say, oh, James Harden was getting double team all the time. You know, Russell Westbrook wasn't doing squat. Okay, you can say that. Fine. The issue that I have was, where was James Harden in those fourth quarters? See, people keep talking about that James Harden showed up in this and that. Okay, that's what the face value statistical numbers tell me. What was James Harden doing in the crucial moments when you needed big plays from him, when you needed him most? He wasn't doing anything. That was my issue with James Harden. James Harden continuously delivers me Krispy Kreme donuts in the fourth quarter. That was my issue with James Harden. Not the fact that he could put up numbers. That's fine. But are those numbers going to impact wins? And the answer is no. Can you explain to me, how do you shut down a second option in the first half going scoreless, and then you allow him to score 33 second half points? And I've said this in so many streams. If I needed Krispy Kreme donuts, I could just either go to Krispy Kreme, or if I'm lazy, I can go to Uber to get them for me. Have them delivered to me. I don't need them from James Harden. I don't want you giving me Krispy Kreme donuts. I need you to put up numbers. James Club Harden. Jamina Harden. James Ross Harden, a.k.a. Rick Ross. That's what James Harden has become. He's become a meme. And now what is he trying to do? He's trying to sabotage the Rockets, getting an issue with teammates, letting it be known that he does not want to be a part of the team and he wants out. So what can James Harden do to change my mind? The answer is, I really don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what James Harden does. But he's been very unprofessional. So, and once again, like Ryan says, and again, salute to everybody in the chat. This guy would rather party with women, have himself a bag of potato chips to win a championship. You might as well add the 25-cent juice while you're at it, but I know it's not 25 cents anymore. I don't even know if they sell those things anymore, honestly, in grocery stores. Ni lo venden en la bodega. And he's another guy that's made excuses too. Because when he's lost in the playoffs as the lead guy, he gives the same generic answers as to what they didn't get done. I mean, this guy went in a 2019 series against Golden State just constantly complaining about foul calls. I told Houston Rockets fans, he's not going to go far. It's not because he's not a great player. It's just he does not produce winning basketball when I watch James Harden play. This ain't got nothing to do with hate. It's like people got to stop using emotions and just watch the games. When I watch Harden, I don't see it. I don't see it. But what do people do? They come to me with stats at face value. And I said, that doesn't matter to me. How was he? Did those stats at face value impact the game? And the answer is no. And let me say this real quick before I end this stream. And again, salute to everybody in the chat. You guys have been making great points. And I love Ryan's point and what he said about the narrative. The narrative is what wins in the NBA. That was the killer right there. Allen Iverson is a better talented player than Steph Curry, better athlete than Steph Curry, better scorer than Steph Curry. But he's not a better overall player than Steph Curry. What people need to understand about the 2001 76ers is the Sixers' defensive style, the construction of the 2001 Philadelphia 76ers, they were tailor-made for Allen Iverson's skill set. I don't think people know that. They just go, oh, AI carried a team to the NBA Finals. I mean, I'm going to say this again. The team of the Philadelphia 76ers was tailor-made for Allen Iverson's skill set. That's why Allen Iverson was the number one option, and he was the only option. But the Sixers were not a bad roster. You can't be a bad roster and be the number one defensive team in the entire NBA, or at least a top 5 defense. I still keep saying that, man. AI is the better talent, but he's not the better player. Allen Iverson was a me type player. And I'm going to say this, though. When he played in the offensive system in Denver, Allen Iverson was shooting 45, 46%. So his efficiency improved because he was with better offensive players. The only problem is those Denver teams he were on were not good defensive teams. Their best defender was Marcus Camby, but they were not a good perimeter defensive team. So I will always say this about Allen Iverson and Steph Curry. Allen Iverson is a better athlete, and Allen Iverson is a better, more talented player than Steph Curry. But Steph Curry is the better overall player. Do people forget that they had Allen Iverson coming off pin downs, like if he's some shooter? They made him play off ball. Do people forget that in the half court? And remember, Allen Iverson came into this league playing point guard. This is me going deep into my bag, man. Curry is a better team player. If we talking one-on-one, Steph would kill. If we talking one-on-one, my mistake. I almost said Steph. No. If we talking one-on-one basketball, Steph Curry is a better team player than Allen Iverson is. Or if we talking one-on-one, AI will run circles around Steph Curry. AI will murder Steph. That is a fact. AI will murder Steph Curry one-on-one. Steph has no chance against AI. That's a fact. Don't believe me? Ask Tyronn Lue. Ask Jack Vaughn. Ask Kobe. Ask Kobe. Even Dame Lillard will kill Steph Curry. Arguably will kill Steph Curry one-on-one. Because the era that AI was in was the ISO ball era. I keep saying this. Why do you also think that the percentages are low in the 2000s? This is what people don't want to understand either, man. It was the ISO ball era. Look, we fell in love with guys like Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, because the 2000s, it was the hip hop era, man. It was the hip hop era. We get nostalgic over things like that and we love them so much. That's the reason. Due to era. It's due to era. That's why we're going to be in endless arguments about whose era is better. It's because of the era we grew up in. I said this. Kobe Bryant said it best, man. If there's a battle that I definitively can't win, I'm never going to inject myself into that argument because I know I'm not going to win it. In other words, I'm going to be arguing for a person who protects this era, and you have my era. We're gonna keep going back and forth. Freddie knows because we were talking about it in the chat yesterday with Jay. We're just gonna be running in circles because Freddie's going to cap for his era, and I'm going to cap for mine. And I like the argument, honestly, and I don't take it personal. I can say Freddie's crazy. Freddie will tell me I'm crazy. I don't care. It's all good. But why do you think when Steph is one-on-one with certain players who can handle the ball really well, they kind of tend to cook him up, especially when Curry's playing defense? Guys who have good handle and you give them space, Curry's going to have a hard time guarding those guys. So Curry has to be able. If Curry puts a physical body, he can disrupt them a little bit when they drive. As long as they have space on Steph Curry, he's going to get cooked. Because I said it before, Curry does not have lateral quickness. So even if he gets beat, he cannot recover. He'll be in no man's land 90% of the time. So you put him against Allen Iverson and they were playing one-on-one, let's say to a game of 21 or something. Do people understand how quick Allen Iverson was? Allen Iverson was fast, especially on the fast break. What did the great Kobe Bryant once say? The NBA is lucky that Allen Iverson was not 6'6". Could you imagine a strong AI with the talent that he has playing at 6'6"? You know what's so funny, though? When I listen to skills, it depends on what skills you're talking about. You probably would have to say, what are the players today better than the players of yesteryear? The one thing that I always talk about at the top was I think the players of yesteryear have better fundamentals when it comes to the game of basketball than today's era. I said I'm always going to cap for that, and I'm going to say that. The thing is also sometimes there's a lot of unnamed guys that probably played in the NBA yesteryear that probably had athleticism. It's just you don't hear enough about them because we focus on the players like Charles Barkley and Karl Malone and David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing. There were some underrated players that just tend to go under the radar. It's just we don't hear about them because of the stars that played in that time. And I said this again too. Christmas Day had terrible ratings for the NBA. We have 5 Christmas games. And I'm saying to myself, one of these games are going to be lit. But guess what? None of them really were. The only one that was really competitive, I would say, was kind of like early a little bit, was the Pelicans and the Heat until the Heat pulled away. And then the Nets and the Celtics until the Nets pulled away. Other than that, the games were really not that competitive, man. I still can't get over the fact that in 1 hour from the Lakers and Mavs primetime game on ABC/ESPN compared to WWE SmackDown in the first hour, the fact that wrestling made had a million more viewers. What people have to understand is people are tuning away from the game. And I said, why are they tuning away? It's because of the social justice. Said that. Let me tell you guys something before I close out that I want you to really pay attention to put this in mind. All right, man, Ryan, no doubt, man. Peace out, man. It's been lit in the chat, man. Appreciate you. What you got to understand is this. The reason that a lot of people tend to be nostalgic over the era that was back then in terms of the 80s and 90s, the reason being is because there was no social justice going on in the game of basketball. And what I mean by that is basketball players were not acting like politicians. Why are we expecting basketball players to be politicians? They're athletes. So in one part, I at first was getting on Michael Jordan for not speaking out. And Freddie and everybody knows this. I was calling out MJ. But I had to sit back and I had to think for a second. What's going on today with these NBA players, they don't have a clue on who these people are that have passed away. And they're speaking out and they're reading all of these statements, and they have to always look back. And when I look at that, I'm saying these guys have really no idea of who these other people are, but they're preaching about change. And I'm like, these guys don't really. Oh, your birthday's this Friday for New Year's? Oh, that's lit. Yo, we should do. I should do a game just for in your honor, man. That's what's up. But just think about that. I said to myself, okay, LeBron is the best in the game. I'm like, okay, let's see what the finals ratings brings. I could not believe that in 2020, the finals are the lowest rated in NBA history. And like Layla just pointed out in the chat, the Jordan documentary made 3 times more ratings, man. And and the thing was, yo, I was hard as hell on MJ. But you know what's so crazy that I think about this now that you brought that up, Freddie G? Because the thing is, I look at all these NBA players, they don't have a goddamn clue about social justice, bro. They have no clue. This is why we'll always continue to be in square one, because we don't educate ourselves. You know what's so funny? And I hate to get on your guy Magic, Freddie, because Magic's your favorite player. You notice that when they asked Michael Jordan to, when Craig Hodges asked Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson to boycott the NBA Finals, and Michael Jordan said no, Magic Johnson said no. Do y'all remember what happened with Rodney King when he got that savage beating from the cops in 91, 92, around there? Didn't Magic Johnson play for the Los Angeles Lakers? Because it happened in LA. Yet you got clowns like Shannon Sharp getting on Michael Jordan for it. And I said, but wait a minute, Magic plays in LA. Why wasn't Magic asked about what he thought about the Rodney King case? Did you ever hear from that? And I'm like, wait a minute. They're getting all hard pressed on Jordan just because he's the game's, cash cow. But Magic Johnson was right there up in the tier. He was the cash cow with Larry Bird. Why didn't they ask Magic about it? He played for the Lakers. Just like when I get tight up Magic Johnson when he comes out and is taking credit for LeBron and Anthony Davis' success, I'm like, and let me say this about Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul. I know deep down Kobe was making some serious moves in that Lakers organization, because I don't trust Jeannie Buss at all. She may be the owner of the team. Here's the reason. Like I said, Mike, I understand where you're coming from, Freddie, but the reason I'm not getting on Mike is because I just realized it. Mike would have made a fool out of himself if he really tried to speak out on social issues. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mike would have made a fool out of himself. Because Michael would have got the same criticism that LeBron James would have gotten now. And think about this, LeBron James, I don't think would have been criticized as much, because then Michael Jordan actually would have took the blunt of the blow that LeBron James receives today. So at one point I could sort of understand, but the thing is, Mike has always given back. I'm not calling him a saint because he has a lot of issues off the court, and he's trying to make it seem like, I didn't like when Michael said, oh, I'm afraid that people are going to think that I'm a bad guy. Dude, you're an asshole. So please stop with that narcissism. Okay? MJ, like, cut it out, bro. You said it in your Hall of Fame speech in 2009. You want to win, so you was just acting like that. But that's why I said that. But that's why I said that Michael would have made himself look like a fool if he was speaking out on social issues. That's why at first I was hard on his ass, and but after what I realized, I'm like, it's crazy how Magic Johnson never gets blamed for stuff like that. And Magic Johnson is a black man himself, but because he's I'm Magic Johnson, it's unbelievable. Magic Johnson could smile at you in the face, but that dude is a low-key snake. And you know what's so crazy? I get on Isaiah Thomas a lot too. But if there's a smiley, sneaky snake, it is Irvin Magic Johnson. Magic gets way too many passes when it comes to his social activism. But yeah, he'll come on Twitter and talk about things that Jaylen Brown is doing and Malcolm Brogdon. And the funny thing is, Isaiah Thomas has also done stuff for the community, but it's kept quiet. Isaiah Thomas doesn't come out and say some of the stuff that he does. He does it. Magic Johnson got to let you know what he did, and he really. That's why when I look at Magic, as much as I love Magic as a basketball player, he was a terrible analyst. He was a terrible head coach. He was a terrible guy in the front office. So my thing is that when I look at LeBron James, my issue with him is, why are you pretending to know things that you know nothing about? Talking about we want change. Like I said, the fact I would love to have LeBron's oppression if I'm making millions of dollars. I would love to be oppressed if I have white people working for me in my mansion. LeBron, I'm not saying LeBron may have had some rough parts in his life, but it's like he can't compare to those who have it much, much worse than him today. He just can't. And I'm gonna leave it with this before I close out. LeBron, a couple of years ago, 7 years ago, when he was with Miami, and I want you guys to do your research at first. I want you to do your research. You know how Michael talks, I mean, it's not Michael, sorry. You know how LeBron talks about defund the police? He wasn't saying that 7 years ago. This was at the height of when Trayvon Martin thing was happening. So that's my issue that I've had LeBron. LeBron takes the narcissism up another level with this whole social justice stuff, and it's making him look bad. That's my issue. And then he tries to connect that with the GOAT talk. That's been my biggest problem. It's not about what he's done on the basketball court. Yeah, the Knicks are not even in the competitive games, I know. So I told you what's going on with Golden State. I told you I made the comparison with Steph and AI. I just came in with that Nas ether right now with what I was just talking about. No. Magic Johnson is not clueless when he talks basketball. Magic just wants all the credit. That's the problem. Okay, you know what's so crazy? Was Dwayne Wade's idea to wear the I Can't Breathe stuff. And what I'm trying to tell people about LeBron is, y'all got to understand that LeBron is not a trendsetter. He's a follower. He's a trend follower, not a trendsetter. That's what I keep telling people that, man. I keep telling people that that's not hate. We're not talking about LeBron James, about the GOAT conversation or nothing. We're talking about when it comes to these whole social issues, LeBron James wants to make sure that he's the one saying the news. And when he finds out, when he's the last to know, he gets pissed off about it. Just look at the whole issue with the Jacob Blake and Milwaukee protesting. LeBron was pissed off because he was the last to know. And Milwaukee decided to protest, and it looked like without his consent. Yeah, it was somebody from Chicago. Yes, it was D Wade. He was the one that wore it. Derrick Rose followed up, and then LeBron followed that, and LeBron got credit for it. Here's the thing, man. And I'm glad I'm doing this talk because I just wanted to shed some narratives that are just going on to shed some light. And I'm telling you now, if Michael Jordan would have tried to be an advocate for social justice issues, Michael Jordan would have been the laughingstock of the NBA. And as a matter of fact, do you think that David Stern would have ever want to mess with Michael Jordan again, knowing that Michael is ruining NBA ratings? If Michael has no clue on what he's talking about, do you think people are going to watch basketball? If y'all remember in The Last Dance, there are kids for Christmas wanted to go to a Bulls game rather than have an actual present. That's how much Michael meant to not only the city of Chicago, but the NBA in general. That's what I'm talking about. Could you imagine? Okay, shout out to LBJ King. See you later. But that's my point, guys. That's my point. Like the fact that LeBron James took a Malcolm X book and pretended to read for clout. I'm like, really, bro? The reporter asked him about it and he couldn't even answer the question. Oh yeah, the media blows it up. They do. But this is why I also partly blame Braun in his camp because they want to make sure that he's talked about, even if Braun looks like he's not doing anything. So then it's a combination. Braun is not going to call those guys out. He's just not. He's not. For example, do y'all ever notice when Kobe would come on ESPN shows? Y'all notice when he would always come on, and the guys who were reporting they would act so nice, and then when Kobe was not there, people just they talk mad crap behind his back. I'm like, where was that energy when he was there? I mean, they was able to do it to Kyrie. They tried to do it to Kyrie, and that's why Kyrie's hated right now. But we know that Kyrie's a weird dude. So, and like I said, Kyrie, I don't trust him right now with Kevin Durant. People can say what they want. Oh, Kyrie looks good. He's playing well. Give it 20 games. We're gonna see what the Brooklyn Nets are made of, especially the 2Ks. Oh, see what I did there? 2Ks on how they deal with adversity. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how KD and Kyrie deal with adversity. It's going well right now through 2 games. So we're gonna see. I mean, first of all, let me end it with this, man. Did you see when LeBron James was presented the NBA championship? What was the first thing that they put? I'm thinking that they were gonna put Savannah and the kids. They put the I Promise School kids. This is where I have LeBron James on my all-time list. But this is the reason that he'll never be the GOAT in my eyes. The Dallas Mavericks, and the thing is, I don't care if LeBron loses an NBA Finals. When you show poor leadership in some of the finals that you've lost, and you've put up, and you started to pad your numbers. See, people again, what they do with Bron, and they do it to other players too. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and lie about that. But what they do with Bron is they always take his face value stats and never go deep into his numbers. That's what I do. I go deep into his numbers. Because if you really look at LeBron's NBA Finals career, he really didn't shoot the ball well really up until you could go 2014 and then 2016 all the way to 2020. But before that, Bron was performing terrible in the finals. You got dudes like Nick Wright who come and say, oh, if you erase 2011, you can't erase 2011, man. You cannot erase 2011. Just like Kobe cannot erase 2004, just like Michael Jordan cannot erase 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, and 95. They cannot be erased no matter what, even if you want to use context. You cannot erase it. You cannot erase it. That's why you got to tell the truth. And the truth is, LeBron's numbers, they look good to a certain extent. But at the same time, he has padded his numbers to make them look better than what they really are. And it's true. Another issue I've had with Bron in finals is his lack of defensive leadership. He'll complain about a call and dudes are scoring on the other end. And I'm like, dude, look at the 2017 NBA Finals. The Cavs, they could have, I'm not saying that the Cavs were going to win, but they could have competed with Golden State. How many open looks did Golden State get in transition? And you had Cleveland players going out of position, overreacting for no reason. They would not defend their position. I saw LeBron giving easy dunks to Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Andre freaking Iguodala, man. That's the problem. And I got LeBron James number 6 all time. 6th all time. LeBron James is in a tier. And it's crazy how we give somebody who has a 4-6 finals record with some of the embarrassing losses that he's had, as great as he's performed, and he's like the only exception. Look at Will Chamberlain. He's 2-4 in the finals, but we won't mention that he played against the Boston Celtics, man. So when you look at LeBron's fourth quarter, I've always said this, man. KD outscored Bron, as G Money just put, 46-27 in the fourth quarter. I just look at what matters. Don't just look at face value. That's what I'm basically saying. LeBron is an underrated clutch player. But the problem is he's come up small more than he's been clutch. That's my problem. And my problem is if you come small, it's okay. Just own up to it. Bron has got an excuse for the losses. I'm like, dude, there's no need. You take responsibility, you'll be respected for it. No matter how much your haters want to hate you, just own up to it. It's fine. No, he doesn't want to do that. That's why Bron is always going to get the hate that he does, because he's got excuses. And then the media follows it, and then his fans follow it. That's my point. I've always said that. The problem is these shows make Bron look bad, and he pays them under the bus to do it. That's the problem. That's the problem. And G Money, thank you for mentioning this. This is the problem that they don't talk about. 2014. He scored 51 out of the 81 points anytime they were down, especially when the games were out of reach. That's my point. G Money, what he just did is he went deep into the bag and pulled out the top, took out the eye test. That's my point. The problem is the face value stats and the highlight era. Thank you for mentioning that too. Is a reason why we just say, oh, they're great. We don't want to do research. That's the problem. And Freddie G's making great points in the chat too, man. But it's the truth. This is why I had to stay a minute after the stream and I just had to cook, man. I just had to cook. I had to cook. Because dudes are going to come in here and they're going to say, oh, Lewis, you don't even know what you're talking about. I said, but you're showing me that you're a biased fanboy because you want to just use the stats value. And then you get emotional, and then you get upset about Michael Jordan. I'm gonna just end it with this before I close and salute to the chat. Shout out to Ryan with that ether banger that he said with his statement. I'm gonna say it again. The bottom line is, when you use emotions in your argument, the logic comes out of your reasoning. That's my quote. When you use emotions instead of logic, the logic comes out of your reasoning. You get upset. We don't even know these basketball players. So why are we getting so emotional about them? Because we get nostalgia with what they've done for our era. The highlights, when we watch them play, it makes us go all crazy. I'm going to say it once, and I've said it a million times. I'm a realist. When people say, oh, Lewis, how do you have Kobe out the top 10? He's not as impactful as the 10 players I have above him. No hate on Kobe Bryant. Kobe's a top 15 all-time NBA player. There's nothing to be ashamed of with that. And let's make it real. Kobe made himself put himself in the top 15, because imagine if he didn't win the 2 championships without Shaq. Kobe would probably be in the top 30 instead of top 15. So look at the class that Kobe's with. Isaiah Thomas, Dr. J, Oscar Robertson, Karl Malone, Moses Malone, Jerry West, Dirk Nowitzki. That's Kevin Garnett. That's a pretty damn good company. Are you kidding me? There's nothing to be ashamed of that if I have Kobe as 11th. But no, people get emotional. Kobe's top 5, Kobe's top 10, Kobe's top 8, Kobe's top 3. But you never give me a reason why Kobe is top 5, top 3, or in the top 10. You don't do that. I just said that Kobe was not as impactful as the guys I have before him. And again, Kobe should have more MVPs. He should have at least 2 or 3. But the bottom line is Kobe only won 1 MVP in 20 seasons. What am I supposed to do with that? And this is a Kobe fan telling you this. LeBron James won 4. Kobe has 1. LeBron James has 4 finals MVPs. Kobe has 2. Let's put the hardware together. 8-3. LeBron James has 8. Kobe has 3. So we could do the whole eye test, Kobe's skill. And this is why I said that LeBron James has a chance to be a top 5 player without ever really tapping into his potential. And you know what I mean by that? And Kobe, exactly, Layla, thank you. Kobe was in our era. Oh, using the prom with Brandy? I mean, he did guest star in Moesha, and they were very good friends. That's the crazy part. I thought they were gonna. I thought they were going to be a couple, but no, they were just good friends. But it's like I said before. That's not disrespect to the late great Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball, and he's the second greatest shooting guard of all time. So where's the disrespect? People just think because he's the second greatest, he should automatically be in the top 10. No, 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 no. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. G Money, I think you should start taking your own. If I'm being real, as a you know what it is, Freddie, because and I've said I'm gonna end it, but like I said, I disagree with Kobe being number 4, but that's your opinion at the end of the day. That's who you have in the top 5. I don't think Kobe's a top 5 player. I don't think Kobe's a top 10 player. He could make a case, but he's not a top 10 player in my opinion. But it's crazy to think that Kobe has one MVP, but Curry got back-to-back and was the unanimous, and he's struggling right now. You know what they do, man? They go off with narratives. It goes back to what Ryan said. Let's put things into perspective. Steve Nash won MVPs, but what are they using it? It's based off of team success. But has Steve Nash ever been the best player in the NBA? And the answer is no. Dirk Nowitzki won in 2007, but it's because his Dallas Mavericks won 67 games. But have we ever considered Dirk Nowitzki the best player in the NBA? No. Tim Duncan, you could make a case that he was the best player in the NBA. But Kobe kept the Lakers afloat when Shaq was out injured in that 2003 season. And statistically, in my opinion, that was the best Kobe Bryant that I've ever seen. 2006 Kobe, to me, was the better scorer. But when I'm talking about overall player, I still would go with number 8 in 2003. That was probably, in my opinion, when you talk about physical, you're talking about physical game peak, 2003 Kobe, to me, was the best I've ever seen. It's true. Regular season MVPs don't mean nothing. And that's why I made the video, guys. If regular seasons were given to the best player, Kobe Bryant was the best player during that time. And like I said, I feel like him and Tim Duncan were neck and neck. Shaq started to fade out already because he was getting older and he wasn't taking care of his body. So like I said, are Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki really the best players in the NBA? And the answer is no. Kobe Bryant was. And you can make the case with Tim Duncan. Why do you think that Tim Duncan and Kobe's careers are actually very similar and very close? The reason that Tim Duncan gets the edge is he's arguably the greatest power forward in NBA history. But like Freddie Gee, like you said, he also plays him center. Right? Kobe Bryant is a carbon copy of MJ. Kobe kind of remixed a little bit of MJ. Like I said, I didn't just see MJ. I saw a little bit of Jerry West and Kobe Bryant. But I've always said this. It's kind of hard for Kobe to have a signature move that's already been made, especially when you look at the way basketball is played now. I agree with what you said, G Money. Tim Duncan did have an underrated career. Because he's not charismatic, the media could care less about Tim Duncan. But Tim Duncan was a great leader, and Tim Duncan was a beast. He just sacrificed his numbers for the good of the team. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put an end to the stream. I just have to cook after this Knicks game because I'm getting sick and tired of the narratives that I keep hearing on TV. This is why I do what I do, man. This is why I do what I do. So this is why we talk about the Golden State Warriors. This is why we talk about Steph Curry and the whole Allen Iverson thing. People just don't go into the bag. They look everything at face value and just say they suck. Because we get emotional. Like Layla said, we look at the highlight era. And like Ryan says, the narrative always wins in the NBA. And I'm going to end it again, like I said. When you use emotions instead of logic, there is no reasoning. You pretty much lost the argument, in my personal opinion, when you start to get emotional about something that there's no need to get emotional about. This is why I had to go deep into my bag today. So, if guys are listening, this is why I say the things that I say. And I'm not saying it for clickbait. I'm not saying it to get people to pay attention to me. I'm saying it because it's the truth. When you look at MJ and LeBron, I've said this many times. They are the two most narcissistic NBA players in NBA history. They're both insecure. One was raised with a father and one was not, yet they show similar personalities. MJ and LeBron do. Both of them do. So this is not me capping for Michael Jordan. This is not me capping for LeBron James. I've said this before. The two cash cows of the NBA, Michael Jordan and LeBron James, are two of the most insecure, narcissistic athletes to ever step foot as sports people. But the problem is, we have one who did not involve himself in politics, and that was smart because he would have made a fool out of himself. And think about it. Do you think that Michael Jordan would have lasted long in the NBA? You have to really think about that, guys. If Michael would have continued with political statements, if he tried to push political agendas, if he tried to make statements about social justice and social change, do you really think that Michael would have lasted long in the NBA, considering that the NBA's ratings were so high during his time period? Would we see a Michael Jordan in commercials anymore? I don't think so. I think Jordan would have faded out a lot faster than people really think. Jordan would not have been a lasting memory. We would be talking about how Jordan quickly faded instead of the longevity that Jordan had despite missing the game of basketball for a year and a half and then missed 3 years after the second three-peat. We wouldn't be talking about MJ like that. Who knows if that even happens? Do you think David Stern is going to help out Michael Jordan now? And this is why I continue to say that LeBron is out here gloating about his 4 chips. That's taken him 17 years to win. And 11 finals appearances. That's great. A lot of superstars would love to get opportunities, but ask every superstar that's played in the NBA. Do you think they care about just making it to the finals, or would they have tried to want to win most of those championships? Not everybody could be Bill Russell and those great Celtics teams where you have players that have won anywhere from 6 to 10 championships while Bill Russell's got 11. I think they would rather have all those rings, knowing that they played with the great Bill Russell and Bill Russell's played with teammates. Let that marinate. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being a part of the stream. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys for making this chat lit, as always, man. From the Lewis Sports Network, as Ryan always says, we chat together, we stream together, we're family for life. Layla, welcome back, girl. I missed you. I love the energy you always bring to these streams. Appreciate you as always. Have a wonderful night, guys. I will be back tomorrow with another live stream. Y'all already know how I do, man. From the Lewis Sports Network, bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all already know how I do. As the Lewis Sports Network says, I am gone.
In the air, left field, and Pools has given St. Louis the lead. A dramatic, towering 3-run home run.
Murray out of the pocket. 7 seconds.